Oh, there we go. I think. Oh, there we go. That's trippy, guys. But yeah. Guys, can you guys hear me now? Was I muted? Damn. This thing is tripping. See, was I muted, guys? Can you guys hear me? Oh, damn, Lan, I've been muted this whole time? Oh, Tracy, my bad, guys. I didn't see. I just did, this thing just did an update, guys. Like, yeah, Bull Horizontal. See what I'm saying? See what Willie's saying? Bull Horizontal vertical. I don't even know what I did, Willie, to be honest. It's just did it. Now you guys can see. I was even asking Willie. It's like you were the one to send me the link about this little roses, the little Dodger stuff. Yes, 2 lectures going at the same time. All right, Panchito. We're gonna have to leave it like that because if I leave this thing, I don't even know how to get back in it. But we do have trees out. I was saying, you guys, damn, I just wasted all this time talking to myself. I was literally talking. Damn, guys. My bad. See, it's down here on my end. It says show vertical. Oh, I see. It's streaming to vertical and horizontal. Yes, we can hear you now, said Lala. She's laughing. That's Shakura flowers. Yeah, but in the Dodgers jersey, Lala. PM is his own best friend today. I know, Lala, I am. Shit. I am. No wonder I keep getting messages. It's like, hey, man, we can't hear you. I'm like, what? What's going on? So you splitting your view? No, Willie. I can actually see, like, the white screen like I usually do. Like I always started looking at it, right? But there's something right here that says show vertical. If I click on it, then I can see over here vertical, and I can see over here horizontal. How do I get out of it? I don't know. It came with the update. And then there's a new update too. It's called Mars. Something Mars. Let me see. Hold on. It told right here that Thanksgiving pack. So I can add it and watch. See? See what I'm saying? This is all new to me. The turkey wagon. And there's another one. It's called Banners. Shakura means blossom cherry tree. I know, Lala. We had to Google it. We had to Google it. What Shakura means. You may have to end it and restart it. Is it annoying, Willie, or is it good? I mean, if you guys are good, I'm good. But next time, definitely, I will take this vertical stuff. Yeah, I know, cool new stuff, right? I didn't even know that. There's another one. It says right here, banners. Hold on. How do I do this? You're in a dual asset mode. Use the 3 dots. Okay. And then more. Yeah, I don't even know how. Happy Thanksgiving. Purple Mountains, turkey and pie. There's Gabby. Gabby saying hello, everybody. That is crazy, guys. Well, it is Thanksgiving. The vertical is only giving half your face. You may want to move a little bit over. That's good to know, Tracy. All right. Well, we're gonna have to see how the videos are gonna look like here in a minute when it's vertical. All right. Let's go. Nice frame. What's everybody for doing for Thanksgiving, guys? I told you. See, I was talking about my week. I was talking about my week. We were in LA. Perfect. All right, Tracy. We were in LA. You know, this time it wasn't because of the Dodgers. It was more because we went to go see a concert in LA. We met up with Yaya and Rick. Shout out to both of them. Yaya and Rick. They took us to Santa Ana. And we went to bar hopping a couple places. And I was saying this to myself, like Lala said. I was being my own friend. We went to this bar right before I ended the live. Right, I ended the live and we were in that bar. We went to this bar, and there was this drink called fresita, which is strawberry in Spanish. And um, Gabby ordered this drink, and the cup is about this big, right? It's about this big, and it has a square ice block about that big too, and probably about that much alcohol on that drink. So it was kind of like, am I paying for the ice, or am I paying for what am I paying for? So it was like, and I seen the ice, I seen that kind of drinks before with the round ice. It's like a round ball of ice. I seen it before, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, kind of thing. But this time I saw a square block of ice, and it was like this big, guys. I think Gabby has a picture, of that ice. It's just, it was crazy. Gabby, funny girl. Hell no, she ain't funny, man. We were in LA, and all she wanted to do was go see that concert. And what else it would do? It was raining the whole time we were there. Yeah, break of ice. That's right, Lila. The break of ice. Um, a break of ice, and then what else it would do? We went to Frank's and Son. I had to buy a couple things. After I end my life, we kept on buying stuff. Um, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, guys. Being out there in LA. Tracy said, Willie, how you been? Haven't got caught up in a while. Well, let's get you caught up, Tracy. Yes, make sure you guys smash the like and subscribe, right? Remember, subscribe is free, guys. And hit it the like, it's more free. But yeah, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. We don't know where we're gonna be. We don't know if we're gonna be here. We're gonna be in our second home. Um, we don't know. We don't know. Especially that all the kids are already big and they want to do their own stuff. We already came to the conclusion that in a couple of years it'll just be Gabby and I, right? The only little ones we have is Romeo, so he'll be the only one going with us. Happy birthday, PM Lila. It's on Monday, but thank you. A couple, oh no, not a couple things, but a very nice things. I know that I went crazy. I think I spent a lot of money there at Franks and Sons, but it's all worth it, right? Um, but yeah, my birthday is Monday, guys. I'm a big 24, Kobe's number. Um, it will be Monday, my birthday. So I don't even know what we're gonna do for my birthday. Um, I'm not a cake person. I don't know why. Not even cupcakes. I'm more into let's go eat and be done. Um, but it is Monday. I'm thinking maybe Longhorns Steakhouse. I don't know. We'll see. I like that black jersey and the Lakers jacket you got. I know that I was gonna wear. I was gonna wear that black jersey. But yeah, we went to Universal. You're right, Lila. We went to Universal Studios. That was pretty fun. It's always fun to be out there in Universal. They have that new NBA store out there, and it's hella dope. I like it. I like that NBA store. Cómete un pastel de manzana. Manzana? You mean like an apple pie? I want apple pie, man. Or a pumpkin pie. I'm sure you guys are going to make good dinner. Good Thanksgiving dinner. I know Gabby can cook. She can cook. But I'm just saying, like, oh, man, what are we going to do? Right? So, Manzana, yeah, apple, Lala, apple, manzana. Just we just don't know. Don't know what we're gonna do. But I did get a couple things out there at the Franks and Son. They got nice stuff out there, collections. One of the things I bought when the live stream ended was a couple baseball cards and One Piece collections, and then a comic that was pretty expensive. It hurt me. What's up, Richard? What up, everybody? Richard Martinez is in the house. That's Mr. Dodgers right there, guys. That's Mr. Dodgers right there. We're gonna have to go and win it again next year, guys. I'm telling. See, last time we did this live stream, which we're gonna get onto in a couple minutes. Remember how I had this banner, guys, and nobody believed me? Let me show it again. Remember this banner? Well, I'm telling you guys, it's right there. I tell you, hey guys, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win, and nobody believed me. Look at the mail Tuesday. Damn, we have to look at the mail on Tuesday, guys. And it's on my birthday. Well, my birthday is Monday, but I'm getting something on Tuesday, guys. For around my birthday's on Monday. Dropping by to hit that like. Bert McGirt. Hell yeah, Bert McGirt. Salute to you, man. Let's go. Thanks for the like, man. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it, guys. See, and it has a little baseball, guys. I wonder what's gonna be all in there. It's gonna be a birthday opening. Another thing, guys, my little case, it broke back here. So my phone is not protected right now, right there. So my phone might turn pink, guys, and I'm freaking out about it. Because this phone, this color, it turns pink. I don't know how, I don't know why, but they told me if it does turn pink, I can go take it to the Apple store and they'll give me a new one. But all the hustle of downloading the apps again, I don't want to do it. But right now, the way I'm doing this is I'm just facing it like this because it's not even protected. So the iPhones are turning pink, guys. And we got Coco. I didn't see Coco. There's Coco. We ready again, Coco? I know I've been freaking lagging it. Geez, typical iPhone, right? I know, Willie. I'm like freaking out. I'm like looking at it, but right now this thing is not protected. I'll show you guys a picture of how the iPhones are turning pink, but turning pink. It's crazy though, because I am to the point that I am freaking out. Let me see. Oh, I think it's right here. There we go. There it is. Am I? Oh, okay. There we go. That's how it's turning pink, man. I left it over there, the keys. Sorry, guys. I'm being distracted by Gabby. Coco says, hi, PM and Gabby. Hey, Coco. Man, what is going on in Juarez lately? I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this banner off or whatever this thing is. But yeah, guys, that's how it's turning. The iPhones. They're turning pink. Hello, Gabby, says Panchito. She came in looking for a key. But see, Willie sent me a link that they were selling this Dodgers jersey with the What are this thing called? They have a name. Um, they're called Dodgers jersey. They're right here. They're called. Man, what are those things? Maybe Willie can help me, but they're called it says Tokyo Series. But if everybody knows what the name of those little things are, drop it on the link. Because I know they have a name. Hey, what up, Uncle Cliff? Richard. If you watch PM on TV, it fills the screen. I know. I don't know what's going on. Yes, Uncle Cliff does have a Whatnot channel, guys. I think he's selling. What are you selling, Cliff? What are you selling your Whatnot? I used to do Whatnot for Funkos, but I stopped doing that. It was more like I just want to keep them kind of thing. Plus, I wasn't getting any profit. Sports cards, DVDs, and Blu-rays. There you go, guys. You can drop your Whatnot channel right here, Uncle Cliff, so people can go see you when you're auctioning on Whatnot. But he does have Murakami. Yeah, that Murakami. Yeah, that's what they are. These things right here. They're Murakamis. But thanks to Willie, I was able to snatch this one. And it's an Otani one. Watch, I'll show you guys. See? They're all over. And it has the Tokyo series. And it has LA. Hella dope. Vertical. All right. It's simple. Uncle Cliff. Area the poking or the Uncle Cliff card and DVD show. All right, Uncle Cliff. Next time you're live, I'm gonna go watch you, man. That's Gabby's jersey. I know, Richard. This thing is hella nice. I like it. And it's Otani's too. And on the back it has Otani's. I think it even has on the back too Otani's. But cool stuff. I have mostly 80s and 90 cards. Also, guys, WrestleMania tickets went on sale. WWE, you guys know I'm a big WWE fan, wrestling. Since I was like, who knows how old, so I'm gonna go to that, guys. I like it, but that's Gabby's. That's Gabby right there? Yeah, look, that's her right there. She's a a Murakami. She's a Murakami. How's the weather in Utah, Coco? It is right now, I think it's probably like 32 degrees, 39 degrees. It is getting cold, guys. It's 39. It's 39 degrees. There's no snow. Maybe until next Sunday or next Saturday. There might be snow already in Utah. But yeah, it's getting cold, guys. Park City. It's supposed to get right now it's 31 degrees. There you go. You got a huge flea market find 3 weeks ago. Damn, what did you find, Uncle Cliff? If you find any collectibles, reach out to me, Uncle Cliff. I'll buy them. But I'm looking more like Funkos, Pokemons. What else do I have around? One Piece. You know, I have WWE stuff. I have a bunch of stuff that when I was a kid, I couldn't afford it. I still can afford it, but I buy them. I bought a Ziploc bag of 100 NASCAR cards for $1. Is Jeff Gordon on that? Because I like Jeff Gordon. I remember when Jeff Gordon was the big thing. Remember, guys? And Daryl Hart Jr. or Dale Hart Jr. Inside was a 1963 Mickey Mantle car worth $700. Did you sold that car, Cliff? Or are you going to get it graded? All right, Coco, we're going to start here in a minute. Just so you can be ready, Coco. I'm trying to download the first. I'm trying to download the first videos, Coco, and then we'll start. No. Get it graded, Cliff. Get it graded. There you go. Next year, I will send you some Bubblehead. I have so many. Yes, Richard. I'll put it right here, Richard. I'll get rid of some of this Funkos, and we'll put old Dodgers. That's what I was thinking, actually, Richard. Putting Dodger stuff right here, getting rid of this Funkos, and I'll move them somewhere over here because I have more shelving over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see. This is easy to take off. See? Moving it somewhere there. Somewhere there. Because I have a bunch of... See, I have some laptop, my WWE Championship right there. I got the Canelo gloves that you guys saw on the live. They're over there. And then obviously here. Oh, see, there's my Dodgers. There's the Dodger flag you guys saw me buying. I have more Funkos up there. I got Eddie Guerrero right here. I have Funkos, and collectibles. Those are collectibles. Yeah, they're all collectibles, Coco. See? They go all around. Check out my new computer, guys. Look at that. Who is that? Is that Mookie? Is that Mookie waving on my computer? And then right here. See? Is that Luffy? And Mookie. And Mookie right there. He's inside my computer, guys. And Luffy's outside looking at it like, what the hell? But yeah, I got Pokemons. See all those Pokemons right there? And then my desk with more collectibles. It's an Alienware computer. Guess how many Alienware computers I got, Willie? Guess. But yes, that's an Alienware. I have one Alienware, 2 Alienwares, 3 Alienwares, 4 Alienwares I got, Willie. It's an Alienware. I like this one. This is like, I think this is my newer one. I also have what is that brand called? Racer. I have that brand too. But this is my newest one, the Alienware. But yes, I have several Alienwares. I got 4 Alienwares. But my favorite one is this one, the one right here, Willie. This one is that one is my favorite one. Right? Alienware computers are smooth, are they? Are they smooth? I barely got that one. And I have the Racer one too. But yes, Coco, these are collectibles. I have a bunch. Oh, and then my Dodger stuff is over here, Richard. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of some of this stuff. So like, see, like the Dodgers plaque that I bought, and they're underneath the that desk. There's Yamamoto and the World Series champion. And then over here, it's Luffy. All that stuff I bought. Let me straighten this out because there's DJ Fresh. But I also have 3D printers. You guys seen them? They're right there. They're all right there. All my 3D printers. They're that Bamboo brand, Creality. I made a cool piece yesterday. Let me see if I can. Let's see if I can get it. We got DJ Fresh, man. Hell yeah. We're about to get started, DJ Fresh. Made room, my brother. I know. I will, Richard. I will. I will definitely make room. One Eye Willie. I will definitely make room, Richard. But look, this is a piece I made yesterday on that 3D printer. And guess what, guys? Oh, his World Cup just freaking fell. Who's that, guys? That's Ronaldo right there with the World Cup, guys, already. I'm predicting it, guys, just like I predicted the Dodgers, guys. Ronaldo, guys, with the World Cup. Look at that. He's wearing his number 7. Right. Let's see if you can see it. You can see number 7. Ronaldo, guys. Predicting it already. World Cup champion 2026. Let's go. Just like I predicted this, guys. Look. There it is. That one was made 3 weeks ago. 3-4 weeks ago. Let's go World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers 2025. Do you see that Canelo wants to run it back with him again? Man, Canelo needs to stay in his own lane, man. After what he did in Vegas, Canelo, I don't think I want to watch him again. He's going to get knocked out by Crawford, man. He's going to get knocked out by Crawford this time. I don't think there's going to be a close fight. I think Canelo needs to focus on his retirement. It's like, who's that? Jake Paul fighting Anthony Joshua? Come on. He was going to fight Gervonta, but Gervonta has some legal problems, guys. Hi, ¿qué le pasó al pedo de PM? Come on, DJ Fresh, man. Let's not go with my hair. See? Nothing's going on with my hair. It's back normal. You should make you and Gabby a cartoon 2D print for a drawing. I want to, Lala. I want to. I really do. I might. Today, Angel Aguilar did a concert in El Paso. More than 200 tickets weren't even sold. Coco, thanks for bringing that up. Es mi güerito. Really? Really, Gabby? So let's brand this back, guys. So Coco, last Thursday, we went to Cristian Nodal's concert. If you guys don't know the story about Cristian Nodal and Angel Aguilar, the guy that we went to go see at the concert was married last year, I want to say. Last year, he was married. He had a baby with this artist. Her name is Casu. She's from Argentina, and he's Mexican. Well, this Angel Aguilar girl, she got involved in the relationship between the baby mama, Cristian Nodal, and this girl, right? So, not caso, las canas de PM, I know. Willie, son puras canas. Actually, I like your hairstyle, PM. The highlights are cool. See? Not caso, it's casu. It's casu. Like, in Mexico, we call it casu. The ketchup. Kind of like that. He claims it wasn't an affair. He claimed that first he left his baby mama and then he moved on to that relationship. But it's weird that they got married so quick. So he got divorced and married this girl within a month or two. So everybody is hating on this girl, Angel Aguilar, right? And Coco, like she said, she's not selling out any concert, guys. Like people are booing her and they're telling her all this sort of things. She has to cancel concerts because she's not selling it out. So she looks bad. The guy looks, I think he looks fine. So the day of the concert, I told Gabby earlier, I was like, is there going to be a concert tonight? Because he's in Vegas. He's at the Latin Grammys. They calling her a puta? Yeah, kind of. Pretty much, Lala. Pretty much. They were at the Latin Grammys, and I guess the thing that's going viral is that he thanked everybody, his staff, his parents, his mom, everybody, but not the wife. So now they're saying, is this coming to an end? I don't know. I think Angela faked her pregnancy and Pepe Aguilar forced Nadal to marry her. You might be right, Coco, because they're also saying that she wears sponges to look her body look different. I don't know. What up, PM? Saludos, bro. What's up, Luis? How you been, Luis? Hope everything is good, man. Hope everything is good, my man. I am waiting for this thing to download. If it doesn't download, then we're gonna go on. We'll go with the video first that I have already saved. Angela Aguilar was not pregnant. See, don't get Gabby started with this, man. She has me all informed about this. Why they're not mad at the guy? It takes two to cheat. Because there was a Twitter or something like that, or there was a tweet saying that I'm a fan of you guys' relationship. Something like that. It's like a long story. Chilling, bro. Chilling. Nice to see you, Luis. Chilling is Friday. Bendiciones, blessings. All right, guys. Let me play the first video, guys, so we can get this thing going. And then we'll talk about reactions. So the first video, novelas. Pretty much, Lala. And I think all this stuff is so both of them can sell out their concerts, you know? That's what I think. I'll send you a screenshot of all the tickets Angela Aguilar didn't send in El Paso. I checked 2 hours before the concert. Yeah, send it to me, Coco. Bought my Vegas plane tickets yesterday. When are you going to be there, Cliff, so I can get you drunk? Hey, man. You have to get drunk, you know? You have to do it for Finny, man. You have to have one for Ham and Bubbly. Forgot those gentes, bro. He ain't word talking, I guess. I know, right, Luis? Good point, PM. Yes, drama sells. Yes. Look at it. See? Gabby says, ready to get drunk again, Cliff? Damn, Cliff. March 29 to April 8. Where in El Paso was the concert? Serio. Serio. If I see Gabby, I'm running. Why are you running from Gabby, Cliff? I live with her 24/7. I don't run. I just tell her, hey, cálmate. It was more than 200. I just didn't sell. Let me see. I think I got your things right here. Your picture. Whoa. Damn, guys, this is not good. She did not sell any tickets. So her concert is called Libre Corazon Tour 2025, and it was at the Plaza Theater Performing Arts Center in El Paso, Texas tonight. Yeah, tonight at 8 p.m. At 8 p.m., guys. And I got the screenshot. I got a screenshot right here of the concert. Right? You guys are going to be surprised. So that's the concert. She did not sell anything, guys. That's hella sad, guys. That's hella sad. I imagine this stadium seats maybe 15, 20,000 people capacity. But she was a big celebrity. She was a big celebrity. And JLP opened up was it 10,000 more for his concert? Where DJ Fresh? Where's his concert gonna be at? Yeah, I'll go to JLP. Now we're talking different levels, right? Angel Aguilar, JLP, guys. JLP. Different levels. Yeah, hit subscribe and tell a friend for sure, Lala. All right, guys, we'll get with the first video. So this first video, we talked about skinwalkers before. So this is like a comparison of skinwalkers. I checked Ticketmaster 2 hours before her concert today. A lot of people don't buy tickets at the last minute. No, I think she's down, Coco. If I was her, I would just cancel all year long and next year and just regroup again. She's getting a lot of hate. Tomorrow, Don't Fall, I Love Fest. Where is that at, DJ Fresh? It's in LA. All right, guys. So the first video, Skinwalkers. Here we go.
Can you see it?
All right, it's time to go south. Let's go.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
You ain't Johnny. You're not a skinwalker.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the Skinwalkers, guys? He's giving away his truck that he crashed. Did he crash the freaking Cybertruck? Damn, JOP. What do you guys think about that, guys? Are Skinwalker reals? If so, Cristian Nodal sold out all his concerts in El Paso. I also saw his tour bus. It's on my live stream from Saturday. Was he in El Paso last weekend? I pay attention to the animals. They know. I know, Lala. They do know. Animals do know, right? Whenever there's an earthquake, they start barking and acting funny. So I know we talk about Skinwalker Ranch. There is a video that was sent out. That was sent to me about Skinwalker Ranch. Lila, for real, sometime my pit be staring at the corner or certain places at home. Hell no. I'll be moving out of there right now, DJ Fresh. Even though there's some weird stuff that, yeah, dogs can see and they can hear, right? So I do have a video. This was sent to me talking about a little bit about the Skinwalkers and how there's a curse of the Skinwalkers, right? And why the Skinwalker Ranch, especially in Utah, is haunted, as they say. Oh. I don't even... Let me see. Yeah, Donald did a concert in Paso last Sunday. Oh, damn. DJ Fresh, yeah, the dog and cats can see the ghost. El Raton on the wall. That's Mickey Mouse, guys. El Raton. Yes. Lala, yes, animals can see and hear things more than human. I agree. 100% I can agree. Like, a lot of mysteries that go around, right? Let me play this video on the Skinwalker and being cursed.
The legend of the Skinwalker is 100% to do with the clash between the indigenous people that actually lived here for thousands of years and then when the colonizers showed up. And that was from different eras. There was Spaniards that came and enslaved a lot of Native Americans and forced them to work in mines to mine out of gold, and then there was battles and wars, and a lot of the Spaniards were killed, and their bodies and all their armor and clothes and weapons and everything were just thrown in the mines, and then the indigenous people would seal the entrance shut and sometimes even booby trap it with kill traps and things to hide all that stuff. And they didn't care about the gold, they didn't care about the metal or any of that the Spanish were digging out. And so they just chucked all of that in these holes, closed them up, and then went back into their daily life until the Mormon pioneers showed up. And then they had to deal with it in a whole new way. See, there's different game trails that just cut up through here in different spots that are all worth following to see what could be up there. But I want to go to the end of the property and work my way back today. But what happened was when colonizer groups would show up at different times, they would begin to human traffic and slave trade the indigenous people. And the Native Americans here specifically, it would have been the Ute tribe. So the Utes and the Northern Paiutes, the Shoshone, a lot of the different clans that were up here, they were suddenly pressured for their resources and stuff. And they turned to different spiritual methods and rituals, like down in Nevada and across Arizona, and then eventually a huge movement that spread into the Lakota. They started doing the ghost dance, which was like this whole time travel ritual that was in conjunction with the Big Dipper, how it rotates around the North Star and the four directions, north, south, east, and west, and aligning your soul for spiritual protection. Got to keep an eye out for rattlesnakes. But so the Paiute and the Northern Paiute and the Goshen tribes, a lot of them started doing the ghost dance ritual. So you see all these medicine wheels and ritual stone circles. The Navajo, the Dene, a lot of them were abducted. They were kidnapped and they were slave traded, and they were brought up here and sold into the colonizer families as actual slaves. And they were even sold among each other in different clans and different tribes because the resources and everything suddenly got under extreme pressure when these different people started moving into the valleys and up into the basin. So as all of that was unfolding, the Native American people, the Navajo, the Dene people, started doing rituals also to curse and to protect the land where certain things happened. So like at Skinwalker Ranch, one of the main stories and why the whole legend of the Skinwalker exists there is because there was a Native American woman from the Navajo tribe whose name was Rose or Rosie. And she was kidnapped from her home down in New Mexico on the borders of Arizona there, where kind of by Lake Powell. And she was abducted. Her entire family was murdered. And she was brought back up here and actually kind of sold into an arranged marriage. And that all happened right where Skinwalker Ranch is. And when that occurred, and when Rose was taken from her family and they were all murdered, the Navajo enacted the Skinwalker curse upon that land because of the slave trading, because of the human trafficking, and that Rose specifically was taken up there. She was married to a white man, and they lived there as a family, like as one of the first families there actually at Skinwalker Ranch. And then I think something happened. Her first husband died. She remarried a man that she actually liked, and then they lived their whole life and moved up the valley and is somewhere has died or buried in between Skinwalker Ranch and Blind Frog Ranch. Between that path of where all that happened is literally the place where the original legend of the Skinwalker begins. And that was the whole story. It was based around her. In fact, if we went and talked to Randy at his little art museum earlier at the beginning of this video series, and his wife is a curator at the local museum, and I'm pretty sure at the museum they even have whole displays and information about Rose and Rosie that you can go in and look at that and learn about her. But I think it's really fascinating that when those pressures occurred and when the Native American indigenous people started to get captured, human trafficked, slave traded, and murdered and exterminated, they turned to their spiritual rituals. They turned to projecting guardian spirits upon the land, and they turned to their spiritual ceremonies of time travel, going into the future to try and send a message to protect a place or to guard a place or to keep it from getting destroyed. And then fast forward into our time, and you have Thunderstrike Ranch, have a family living up here and people living up here, and they encounter this phenomena like it's real. And they encounter these apparitions like ghosts of these shaman figures and these Skinwalker type apparitions and these different things, and it's almost like there's something to that magic that actually stuck. Something about what the indigenous people were doing actually happened and is real, or somehow imprinted their energy upon the land, and our perception of space-time is a misunderstanding, so that when we come to these places, the past and the future become very thin. And when you learn how to become self-aware, you suddenly see what all of that is about and you experience it. But I think it's really fascinating how all of that fits together and overlaps. So basically the whole point is, where there's smoke, there's fire. As we're up here hiking around, even though like colonizers, Spanish conquistadors coming up and enslaving them is not directly connected to UFOs, it is exactly why there's potent energy here, why there's deep ancient mystery and history that's all overlapped that makes this place like energetically potent. And I think there's spots like this all over the world, but when they're all directly in a line, and then you've got government involvement, like right down at Skinwalker Ranch, you've got deep military, CIA, government involvement. You know, Travis Taylor came out of programs that the DIA and DEA or wherever he came out of, and now you've got Jay Stratton coming out of the Pentagon working there, and then you've got Eric Davis, and these guys are all talking about how they've seen entities coming out of portals, and they've seen UFOs, and they've seen all of this, how it's interrelated. So it's one thing to see it on the TV show and to watch them all talk about it. It's another thing to come up and find a property like this that you can come and stay in the Airbnb yourself and rent the cabin, and you can go around and experience it without any confusion, without wondering if you're being tricked or hoaxed, without being concerned if it's a government setup or psyop. You can come up here by yourself like I am right now. Nobody has a clue where I'm at. And if I find something, or if I see a UFO, or if I experience some sort of paranormal encounter with an indigenous spirit, even if that's just within my own mind or my own dreams or experience, then I know for myself. I don't have to wait for the government to tell me what's going on. I get the personal validation for myself, and I get the opportunity to share that all with you too. I think that's really cool. So if we find Spanish artifacts, that is still a huge clue as to where the energy around all this trauma, generational trauma and magic and spiritual energy is focused, and it's all going to apply. So it's really fascinating to see what we can find. And there's definitely drive-ups going all over through here that we got to start exploring now.
All right, guys, I wanted to play that long video. I know it was kind of long because we want to know more about the Skinwalker, right? If it's real, not real. A lot of people say, yeah. I don't think it's just like it's not real. I think it is real. I think it all come because of the Native Americans. And you guys know that they're not someone we have to mess with, right? We respect Native Americans and their belief and what they do. So I know a lot of people like to mess with all this stuff, but obviously we don't. Everybody has their belief and their respect, so it is what it is. You guys tell me, what do you guys think? To me, I believe it 100%. I think it's real, and I think it's based on the experience and the, Native Americans. Let me know what you guys think before we move on. I wanted to play that clip because that clip does tell you everything, background of everything going on. Native Americans make good fry bread. You know what? I never had any Native American food, man. Not even the Navajo tacos. I seen them. The indigenous people are the closest to spiritual connection. Yes. Yes, Lala, 100%. They are. That's so true, Lala. So I'm downloading a video here that I was just sent a minute ago. So there we go. Native Americans was displaced from their own homes. Yes, Coco, once again, thank you for bringing that up. So you know how we talk about immigration, immigrants, and all that? Guys, I think at the end of the day, we're all immigrants because Native Americans were the first ones here. It was considered the land, right? There were all sort of Native Americans. Like in Mexico, they have Aztecs, Mayans, right? All that sort of stuff. Here in the United States were the Utes, the Navajos, Cherokees, everything like that. We come from somewhere. Native American wise. That's why a lot of people in Mexico said, "Oh, are you Aztec?" Like, no, And indigenous people were not settled. They moved based on their food source and weathers. Yes, 100%. That's kind of what that guy explains, right? He explains about that. Let me see what I got right here. So we talked about the skinwalkers. So I think last week or 2 weeks ago, it was in the news a lot about the 3A Atlas, right? Good evening, everybody. Mr. Independable. Good evening to you and happy Friday. Happy Friday. So everybody's talking about the 3I Atlas. This comet slash UFO slash whatever it is. It came from behind the sun and is going around. It's going around Earth. Well, I found this little clip. It kind of tells us what's going on with that. I'm not familiar with it. If somebody's familiar with it and they know more about it, let me know and I can drop the link. Because I want to learn more about it. I'm not familiar with it, but let's see this clip.
NASA finally captured the first images of 3I Atlas, and it is putting the scientific community into a tizzy, including myself. Look how clear this videographer is. They said that 3I Atlas is now close enough to Earth that they were able to position the James Webb Telescope to shoot some photon protein fiber beams at it and capture this. And to me, it's as clear as day. And what's shocking me is I thought it was one solid clump of matter. But as you look closely, you tell me if you agree with me, it looks like it's a multitudes of objects. You can see them there, but there's no comet tail. I sent it to my cousin, this clippage to my cousin who works at PetSmart in the fish section, and I said, are you seeing multiple objects as well? And she said yes, but she also said it looks like there's a force field around them. Can you see the force field as well? It's super exciting. The big question is it a surveillance mission from non-human intelligence spying on Earth, or are they going to come visit Earth? I don't want to get everyone too much into a tizzy, but I'm curious what you're thinking of this all.
What do you guys think about that? Chihuahua has Tamara Indians. I think I only have 30% of indigenous race. Damn, Coco. There is I think there's a DNA test where you can do where your ancestry.com. Don't go to ancestry.com because they went broke. I know the whole story with them. But there's a kid that you can see where you came from. I always seen that look like a piece of shoey, right? Piece of doo-doo. It's weird. I don't know much about it. I don't know much about that that whole thing with 3A Atlas. I heard it's pretty weird, but I don't know much about it. If somebody knows about it, I am gonna do some research about it and go for and find out more and then bring a video next week, right? You came from Santa Claus, says Lala. Sheesh. Let me see. This next video, you guys know, Disneyland is going around right now. There was another death this week at Disneyland, Florida. So this video talks about little dark secrets from Disneyland. Let's go.
Talk a lot about Disney, but I found out another deep dark thing that they did. So they have an animal documentary called I think it's called White Wilderness, right?
Yeah.
And the whole thing was this whole spotlight was called this animal called lemmings. Do you know what lemmings are?
No.
But it's like this like squirrel type animal, right?
Yeah.
And there was this scene where all these lemmings would be jumping off the cliff,
Yeah.
right? And Disney in the documentary said, oh yeah, these lemmings do this because they like birth so many babies that they think it's just okay because they repopulate. And everybody's thinking, oh, that's just what lemmings do, right? The whole time, fam, these Disney employees got a full truck of lemmings and let them loose. And on the edge of the cliff, they released it.
What the
and
fuck?
And filmed it for the public and just said that, oh yeah, they just jump off. And knowing that they're doing this on purpose, you see the lemmings try to hold on.
That's wild.
And they're not just jumping off, they're like trying to hold on for dear life.
That's
So
wild.
and at the ground there's maybe 1,000 lemmings just
Holy
dead.
shit.
And Disney's hiding that, saying that that's just what they do on a regular basis.
And then theory, all of
Yeah.
those Beauty and the Beast costumes that they sell at the Disney parks, the fur, that's lemming fur, yo.
no,
That's lemming fur, fam.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. No, fam. That's lemmings for
Yo,
RP to all the lemmings.
yo, where
bro.
do all those?
It's crazy, right? It's crazy about Disneyland. There's probably a multitude of space junk that is biting together, floating into space. It could be, Willie. Could be. I don't know. But yes, this is the 5th person that has died at Walt Disney World. The last one was in California, but this is the 5th person that died at Disney World in 1 month. Saratoga Springs Resort case, medical examiner reported that a 5th person have died at Disneyland. I don't know what's going on at Disney. I don't know why there's sudden deaths at Disneyland, but they talk about it right here. Let me play the video real quick.
Not what you're supposed to hear from supposedly the happiest place on earth. And that's why you need to listen up. Something weird is happening at Disney, and y'all cannot ignore this. 5 people have died at the World Disney Resort within a month. And the latest one that happened, it happened at the Saratoga Spring Resort on November 8th. People are saying that's a quiet resort, and you would never expect something like that to happen, let alone at Disney, because like they said, it's the happiest place on earth. Nobody's saying Disney is not safe, but when the same theme park keep having incidents happen within a short time period, people gonna start asking questions, and rightfully so, because it's a little weird. It's becoming a little weird. Once, twice maybe, but 5? It's crazy how life works. Some people say they unalived themselves. Maybe they did, but why go to a happy place to do that? It's weird. Or if it's natural, just imagine you go to a place where you vacation at with your family, make memories, have fun, and then that's the last place you ever was alive. Y'all let me know.
It's crazy, guys. Someone else died at Disneyland. Why, how, or don't know. It's crazy how this is happening. And like I said, this is the 5th person that dies in Disneyland this year. Let's see right here. Sorry, not doing that DNA test because government keeps your DNA. They do whatever they want with it, right? So that's what happened with what's that thing? Ancient Ancestry.com. They went bankrupt. If you're a business person, you know that thing was never going to work. Ancestry.com. Because look at it this way, right? How many kits were you going to buy, honestly? DNA kits. Only one. Just for yourself, for you to do. And how much money they're spending a day. It wasn't going to work. They weren't making any money. So they went bankrupt. They don't want to release the DNA that they have. So what happened to all that DNA? What happened to all that DNA? I don't know. It's Angry Mobhead says, Willie, Coco, government already has your DNA. If you're a citizen and been to the clinic, a hospital. Yeah, Lala, I always ask myself, why do they need like 3-4 tubes of blood when they're only going to do a checkup? Wouldn't a small drop of blood or maybe 1 tube does that for you? But why 4? What did they do with the rest? And you're right, Lala. I always wonder that. Lala, it's scary. You can even falsely accused of a crime. If someone has your DNA, yes, Coco, yes. And it happened. It has happened before. Damn, mosquitoes just bit my face. Damn, Lala. You still got mosquitoes? My mosquitoes are dead. It's too cold. Same thing with the snakes. They're gone. When you were little, they what the hell was that? When you were little, they promoted getting your fingerprints in case you were kidnapped. They were just building their fingerprints database. You're right, Willie. You're right. You are right. Let me see if I can find that whole Ancestry.com. But yeah, Ancestry.com just went broke. All right, let me see. We got Skinwalker. We got Disneyland. All right, the next thing we'll talk about. The government uses people's DNA to test war disease, create ones to kill one. Facts. Here we go. So this is Richard Ramirez, and some of the audios that were released during his trial. Here we go.
When Richard Ramirez shows up to court the first time before the trial, he is reserved, he puts his head down, he doesn't want to be involved in the limelight. That changes. Because one of the things that becomes apparent to Richard Ramirez is that women are paying attention to him. And he starts realizing that, hey, this is a new source of power for me. I mean, I've spent my life with women really not being interested in me at all, and now I've got a fan base. I've got people who are hanging on my every word, my every gesture, my every wink, and he very quickly starts playing to the camera.
The circus begins in true Los Angeles showbiz tradition. Ramirez tried to make it all about him, tried to be the celebrity. There was this whole group of women who would come and they're attracted to Ramirez.
There you go. What do you guys think about good old Richard Ramirez? Oh. I think I have one from... Yes. What do you guys think about a good old Richard Ramirez? I still haven't forgot that I'm going to make an episode about him. It's in the works. But obviously they call him what? The Nice Soccer for a reason. And if you guys know George Lopez, he talks a story about Richard Ramirez and what it's all about, Richard Ramirez. Let me play that video real quick where George Lopez, the comedian, talks about Richard Ramirez. Here we go.
Ramirez was evil. No question about evil. But after he got caught, he became quiet, right?
Yeah,
and how come? Because
like reborn, or
because no,
no, he didn't talk to anybody. You know,
he had gotten caught.
He got caught. He knew he was going to get caught. He was tired of running, and then we established some kind of rapport because I spoke the lingo, I spoke the vernacular, and so it was all right, you know. And orale, you know.
Yeah.
They made a big deal out of it when we went to court. We went to court one day. He walked in. He looked at me and said, "Orale, Carrillo." And the reporters went nuts. And the only one that understood what he said was Tony Valdez from Channel 11. And he stood back and he laughed, and he came and did an interview with me. They were wondering, hey, was that a death threat? What was he saying? And because we got along fine.
Okay, so you said that Richard Ramirez had like chemistry, like he had magnetism, that women, when they saw him,
I heard about
they wanted to.
Yeah, there were women that followed him, loved him.
Didn't they marry him or something?
One of them got married to him.
Crazy. Dude, she had to be a fucking hood rat.
She had to be a fucking hood rat. And that's what De La Hoya said. And look at where De La Hoya is now. But Richard Ramirez was a lover boy. You know? there is an interview where they ask him about all the murders he committed. It's right here. Let me see if I can. Yep, it's right here. Lala, a great cast of characters, right? She's a her rat. Freaking De La Hoya, De La Cokehead. But here's the interview, guys. Shoot, right here. Here we go.
Did you kill 13 people?
It would be improper for me to comment on my LA convictions and on my pending case here in San Francisco.
Why?
Because of my appeals.
Are you appealing these because you say you're innocent? You didn't kill 13 people?
That is correct.
You didn't kill 13 people?
Again, it would be improper for me to comment in any regard to that question.
You have now entered a very rare group of people in this country. You're in the ranks of Charlie Manson, Ted Bundy. You claim you didn't commit these murders, but you're right in there now as far as everybody else is concerned.
Serial killers do on a small scale what governments do on a large one. They are a product of the times, and these are bloodthirsty times. Even psychopaths have emotions if you dig deep enough, but then again, maybe they don't.
Do you have emotions, Richard?
And he smiled at the end, right? You have emotions, Richard? And he just smiles. Coco says, Richard Ramirez unalived so many people, he took his anger out on innocent people. Amen. It's like that guy said, the cop, right? Orale Carrillo. He was talking to the cop just like that, like nothing. And he went to trial. The other news anchors, he said he didn't know what they were talking about. So Richard Ramirez, they thought that Richard Ramirez was making a death threat to Carrillo, the police. So the only one that understood about what Richard Ramirez was saying in Spanish to Carrillo was Channel 7 anchor Valdez. Like, he was that type of guy, you know. He probably saw you in the streets like, Orale, vato. You know, those kind of people. Lala said he killed more than that. I'm sure he did. He killed for the dark side practice. Yes, he did. And there's a little bit more about this one right here. Let me play the next one. Here we go.
Richard Ramirez may be one of the most frightening serial killers of all time, not only due to the brutality of his crimes, but also the projected aura of what many perceive to be pure evil.
Yes, I am. Not 100%, but I am.
It's easy to see why during some of Ramirez's more notable interviews over the years, including one conducted with author Mike Watkiss.
Serial killers do on a small scale what governments do on a large one.
Ramirez's somewhat tense responses to Watkiss's questioning imply a real rage, an anger that's also exemplified by the Night Stalker's breathing as he seems to become annoyed with Watkiss. Ramirez is comparatively more relaxed during a peaceful Inside edition, although that interview also hammers home the Night Stalker's obsession with Satanism, evil, and the occult.
That's crazy, guys. Hello, baby doll. Welcome in, baby doll. How you feeling today? Is this the same video? Yeah, hold on. I have right here a different video.
Things you didn't know about Richard Ramirez.
Oh, I think I played that one. Hold on. Getting all confused now, guys. Where to go? Where to go? Richard, right here.
When Richard Ramirez shows up to court,
That's the one I played, didn't it? Hold on, guys. So that way I don't get... Oh, yeah, it's right here. So I found this video. That's the one I was looking for. Sorry. Richard Ramirez is the front of many like him in Hollywood, government, and the Vatican. You know what, Lala? I was watching that movie yesterday, The Two Popes. Has anybody seen that and how weird that whole Catholic Church is? Damn. Still awful, and I don't have my boys back. Damn, baby doll. That's not good. That's not good, bro. Ese vato estaba pasado, homie. Estaba pasado, bien loco, Luis. Super loco. Ahí tengo otro video, te lo voy a poner. Was he the one that went on dating show? Yeah. Was it, guys? Was Richard Ramirez on dating show? I might have to look that up. Hey, Lala. Baby doll, get well soon. Yes, the two popes. What do you think about that, Lala? I was watching it with Gabby last night. Hello, baby doll. Everybody loves baby doll. Oh, even Gabby. I was about to say, where's Gabby? There she is. Richard was convicted of 43 charges, 13 counts of murders, 5 attempts murders, 11 sexual assaults, and 14 burglaries. God damn. Damn. PM Degree, the gold in the chamber room. That's real stuff, Degree. Lila, I don't know, man. After I watched that, I'm like, I don't know. Trataron mucho para aprenderlo. Yeah, it's like Luis said, right? It took him a long time to apprehend him. And it wasn't even them. I think he got captured by the public. But I have an interview from an ex-Santa Queen prison guard that talks about Richard Ramirez. Here we go.
Talking to Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and he would tell you stories because we'd put him in the holding cage sometimes to hold, and he just kind of talk and BS with them. And he had no emotion to any of it. And it wasn't him, though. It was his friend. His close friend did all this stuff, not him. You know, he tells a story of his friend breaking into a house in San Francisco. And once he's in there, he realizes there's a large party going on, and there's nothing, he can't do what he wants to do. So he's hiding in the closet because he can't get back across the hallway to go out the window he came in. And eventually, after about a couple hours, he got out and got out of the house. Well, the thing that trips me up a little bit about it is, to this day, there's a family in San Francisco who had Richard Ramirez, who's killed 14 people by then, hiding in their closet, and they have no idea. They have no idea to this day that he was in there. And I don't know why I think that's weird, but I think it's weird.
Damn, guys. Yes, you're correct, bro. For sure. Big stock and bro. Poño. I remember seeing Alex Jones fly to the Vatican City, asking he wanted to go party with the priest, Bo Kane, and Altar Boys live. An interview of former Altar Boy, then adult. Poño, that whole thing, the two popes. Here's the thing, guys. The Pope knew about what was going on with the priests. He said he had it on his desk. He said he technically had it on his desk of all the child abuse in the Vatican. And he didn't do nothing. He did not do nothing. He killed so many people, like hundreds. Damn. He killed hundreds, guys. Hundreds. Hundreds of people. I have a video right here about Richard Ramirez. They're talking about how Richard Ramirez will never get his own series, which is Bro, he terrified LA County. He did. He did, Luis. Crazy, huh? I know, Poño. Exactly. The Catholic Church and the Pope was in with the mafia by forgiving what the mob was doing. Damn. PM, look into the meaning of the red bottom shoes where they... Oh, I did see the red shoes. Why do they wear... Why does the Pope wear red shoes, right, Lala? I'm going to have to look for it here in a minute. I forgot about that. I was going to Google it last night. So let's go to the next video, and then we'll get to the whole red shoe thing. And they're not Christian Louboutins. Or, yeah, red bottoms, right? That's what they call them? They're not those. It's different kind of red shoes. I will, Lala. I will look for it right now as I'm playing this video. Let's go to La Llorona, right? And then we're not talking about Gabby. We're talking about La Llorona in Mexico. So this is in Mexico, guys. I just to live in El Monte back then. You used to live in El Monte, Luis? Do you have any stories about Richard Ramirez? All right, let's play Gabby's video, La Llorona. Here we go. La Llorona, guys. La Llorona in Mexico. This is what my ex-husband Ann said about Richard Ramirez. We were seated alphabetically. He often said behind me. So this is Baby Doe talking about the ex-husband Ann saying about Richard Ramirez when they were in school, I'm guessing, because they were seated alphabetically. He often sat behind me. He was quiet and withdrawn, but really nice to me. He would constantly play with my ponytail. So, ex-husband Ann used to go to school with Richard Ramirez, guys, and used to play with her ponytail. I can't see Ponyo in the chat. Ponyo's there. Ponyo said, "What's up?" So Coco can see you. Luis, I used to live on South El Monte back then. Damn, says Ponyo. Baby doll. Richard Ramirez used to be an altar boy when he was young. He was an altar boy. They went to Jefferson High School. See, there's Ponyo, Coco. Next one will be La Llorona. They talk about, is this it? Damn, I should start deleting this video so I don't get confused. Because I have so many of them. I already played this one, see? Let me delete it because I don't want to replay it for you guys. Richard, we talk about Richard. Here's La Llorona.
Vamos terminando de recoger cuando.
¿Sí escuchas o no? Candy, ¿qué escuchas? ¿Hoy? ¿Ya van a abrir el zaguán?
Pues es por allá abajo por la barranca, ¿no?
Ajá. Hoy.
Ya vámonos. Mami.
¿Dónde qué? ¿Qué horas son? ¿Las 6? 5.
5.
Tarzán, ¿sí escuchas o no?
Sí.
¿Y tú que te fuiste para allá atrás? Mames.
There's La Llorona, guys. La Llorona, guys. Let's see. I'm downloading anything about Richard Ramirez. And everything that went on with him, right? Now, the funny thing about Richard Ramirez is that he was caught by the people, not even by the cop. I think I don't have this video. Or maybe I played it, but I skipped it. Let me see. Como llora la llorona. I think it's vertical stream by we can see people on the chat. I know. Next time I'll get it off. Coco, this is something new that what's his name StreamYard did. But here is this video. Maybe I played it, maybe I'm not. But let me play it again.
Things you didn't know about Richard Ramirez. He gouged out Maxine Cesara's eyes after brutally murdering her and her husband. Her eyes were never located, and in court he actually laughed as they were describing the crime scene. In childhood, his father would tie him to a cross in a graveyard as a form of punishment. His trial was already bizarre, and the trial was delayed when one of the jurors was fatally shot following a dispute with her boyfriend. When Phyllis Singletary failed to show up to juror deliberations, that's when the court found out that she'd been murdered. Richard Ramirez had nasty teeth. In one of his stolen cars, they found a business card for a dentist office. And when they called, they found out that he'd been in for x-rays and was scheduled to come back. And this is so frustrating. The police officers set up a button that the employees could press to discreetly alert them once Richard walked in. And they did, but for whatever reason, it didn't alert them. So the appointment ended and he walked away. Because of the brutality and lack of remorse, he was sentenced to 19 death sentences. But he died of cancer at San Quentin Prison in 2013. Which means he was imprisoned at the same time and place as Scott Peterson. I wonder if they ever talked. If you have a case you'd like me to talk about, let me know in the comments and follow for more.
There you go. Evil Mr. Dentist, guys, right? He needed a lot of dentist help. Talk about Disneyland. I just want to delete some of these videos because I don't want to replay them again. Okay. It's crazy, right? Richard Ramirez was going to go in to get some dentist work. Not sure. Now there is a video that we all talked about before, and it's about the real life of a killer clown, which is Wayne. So John Wayne Gacy. We talk about him and all the crimes he committed. Let me see. Here we go.
Real life killer clown, worst serial killer by state, part 13 of 50, Illinois. John Wayne Gacy was one of America's most infamous serial killers, known as the Killer Clown for performing at children's parties dressed as a clown he named Pogo. Between 1972 and 1978, Gacy lured at least 33 young men and boys into his Chicago home, where he brutally assaulted, tortured, and murdered them. Most of his victims were buried in the crawl space beneath his house. He often posed as a police officer or offered them jobs to gain their trust. His chilling double life as a respected businessman and community volunteer shocked the nation. Gacy was arrested in 1978 after a missing teenager was linked to him. Convicted of all 33 murders, he was sentenced to death and executed in 1994. His story remains a haunting reminder of how monsters can hide in plain sight.
Who knows the story about the Killer Clown? Obviously, John Wayne Gacy. It was a true story. They have photos inside the Killer Clown, John Wayne Gacy's house. He does have a new series. It's going to come out on Netflix. And then obviously he had a lot of disturbing stuff like Richard Ramirez, right? Just the fact that he used to dress up like a clown and attract a lot of young kids and man inside his house. I mean, there's videos of him inside his house. Let me show you a video of what his house picture looked like. And maybe, let's see. Here we go. That's a creepy song, guys. I can only imagine the smell of his house, right, baby doll? Damn, you're right. Did you hear the rumor that Gat Brooks was Gacy's partner? It was a whole thing on TikTok a few months ago. Garth Brooks? Are you for reals? I didn't know that. Let me see. Is Garth Brooks a serial killer? Let me see. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it right here, Tracy. I'm looking at it right now. My bad. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about Gregory Wayne and Garth Brooks. Damn. They even call him the killer. I don't know why. Tracy, no way. Seriously? Yeah, Lala, I'm looking at it, and yeah, it's right here, Lala. So Garth Brooks talks about how he has one shot to choose a victim after a concert. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, I heard that. If you cover the body with lye, it will cover the smell. Serious, because Gacy did say he had a helper. That's gotta be fake news, right? No, Lala, it's in there. Tracy, then are they arresting Garth? The killer clown grabbed and unalived 33 boys. Damn, Coco. He was Gal Brooks' partner if he was just a teenager, right? I never liked Garth Brooks anyways. Willie, he had a teenage boy helpers. Yeah, so right here. How was Garrett Brooks his partner if he was just a teenager? Willie, he had teenagers big boys helper. Everywhere he went, somebody was murdered or missing guard. I don't know, Willie. I'm just being the guy showing the videos, man. Don't get mad at me, man. All right, Wayne. We're done with Wayne. I found this thing. It's kind of curious for you ladies out there. Let me play it. Talks about shampoo in your guys' hair. Here we go.
Bro, so did you know that if you don't wash your hair for around 4 to 5 weeks, it starts to wash itself?
No way.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
So theory goes the big companies that sell these hair shampoo products are putting a secret ingredient in their product that makes your hair greasier more quickly, meaning you use more shampoo way quicker and ultimately spend more money on their product. So there's this girl named Sarah, and she stopped washing her hair with shampoo for 5 weeks straight. The first 3-4 weeks, she found her hair greasy and smelly. However, on the 5th week, and all of a sudden, her hair started to look way cleaner, almost as if she had fully washed it. This is so crazy, bro. So theory goes that naturally, our hair will cleanse itself without needing any extra chemicals that may affect our hair growth over time. But wait, there's more to this theory, fam. Now, I'm not saying you should never use shampoo again, but it's worth trying this experiment for yourself. Go a few weeks without shampoo and see how your hair reacts. Yo, you might be surprised at how clean and healthy it looks after that initial greasy phase. And who knows, you might even save some cash in the long run by not having to buy shampoo as often. Tap it in the comments if you're going to give it a try, and let me know how it goes.
Yep, not washing my hair, guys. I don't like country music, but that don't excuse Garth Brooks, right? I don't even like the name Garth. John Wayne Gacy committed those murders in Illinois, and Garth Brooks grew up in Oklahoma. John Wayne Gacy lured his victim with a promise of work before assaulting them. But your head sweats. I don't know, Lala. I was just curious to see it. And it was trending all over TikTok. So let's erase Mr. Shampoo. Before we get to you, says Lala. Okay, next video, guys. It is so I was reading a story, right? Because we have a lot of people from Chihuahua, Ciudad Juarez, El Paso. So there's this story that came up. Just rinse your hair at least, right, Lala? I am. So there's this thing in Chihuahua capital about El Hombre Polilla, which is a kind of like a gargoyle, kind of like a birdman kind of thing. So a lot of people said that this El Hombre Polilla, it's a real thing. I have a video about El Hombre Polilla. Not sure if you guys are familiar with it, people in Chihuahua. But it's mostly like a figure. It's kind of like a bat, right? That flies around. And they call him Hombre Polilla. I don't know if it's a myth. I don't know if anybody has experienced that. But it has wings and everything. No way, my hair gets really itchy and I keep my hair buzz or 1 inch. Yeah, no, Poño. When I use Suavecito on my hair, I have to wash it. Otherwise, I start getting itchy. So maybe one day Suavecito sponsors me because I buy a lot of their products. So this Hombre Polilla is mostly like, there's a video, I'll show it to you guys. I don't know, people from Chihuahua or Juarez, they know what I'm talking about. But it's like a flying person. Let's see it's downloading. Where is this video? It's right here. Sorry, guys. I'm
In the moonlight,
Porque él dijo y confirmó que conoce a un personaje del cual se le ha relacionado mucho.
Exactamente. Desde hace mucho tiempo ya se le relacionaba con este interesante personaje muy conocido también aquí en Monterrey desde la
depredar terrible, poco ecosistema que queda. Ahí está la.
So it's kind of like a flying person with wings and all that stuff. I just thought it was somewhat interesting. El Hombre Polilla in Juarez. No, not Juarez, Chihuahua. Let's go with Lila's request about the Pope's shoes and why they're red. Here we go.
Benedict's red shoes caused outrage among parishioners. However, he refuted rumors that they were Prada shoes, stating that he wears on his feet the blood of Christ. Just think of it. The Pope wears the blood of the Son of God on his feet. An indispensable element of the Pope's attire is the ring of the fisherman. This ring is meant to remind the Pope of his heritage, that he is the successor of the Apostle Peter, who was a fisherman by profession. But let's not forget that Peter was the one who betrayed Jesus at the most critical moment, denying his association with him 3 times out of fear for his own life. It was not just betrayal, it was a rejection of Jesus himself and his teaching.
There you go, Lala. The Pope red shoes, guys. We were talking about that movie, The Two Popes. And we were talking about this and what it means. Do we know the devil wears Prada? Don't know. Don't know. And I know Pope, the last Pope to die, Pope Francis, he wanted to wear the boots. He wanted to wear boots before he died. So I know what red means. Damn, Coco, is that what it means? Is that what the red shoes, guys? Is that what it means? I mean, it's like, why would he want to wear those? The shoes are made of the skin of the children they brutally harm and sacrifice. Red is the color of tomatoes. Is that why they like tomatoes? Because I don't like tomatoes. So, I think I have a video and I'm looking for it as we. The red color is made out of blood of the children. The red, it can now be duplicated. These shoes were tested on humans' DNA. Damn, well, there's this other video, Lala, about why the Pope wanted to wear boots. So here we go.
Did Pope Francis insist on wearing boots before his death? The truth is heartbreaking. Francis left behind a legacy that surprised everyone. He not only claimed he never took a salary, but he also rejected the tradition of an extravagant papal funeral. His tomb will be stripped of all decoration, bearing only a simple inscription, Francis. And yet, perhaps the only thing that will accompany him is a pair of boots. Since taking office, Francis revived the tradition of red papal shoes, but his weren't designer. They were made by a humble local cobbler, not Prada. In fact, the only time he ever asked the Vatican for money was to buy shoes. He once joked, "I'm like a live-in office worker who just gets room and board." Insiders say he was the most frugal pope in history. He often used public transportation, even in Rome. His funeral wasn't even funded by the church. A private donor covered the costs. But the boots may hold a deeper meaning. Francis often said he wanted to die with his boots on, a phrase symbolizing his commitment to serve until the very end. Even when many called on him to step down for someone younger, he never did. He spent his final years, and most of his papacy, fighting for the poor. Who do you think is worthy of following in Pope Francis's footsteps?
I don't know, guys. After I saw the two popes, the movie, I don't know. Scary, says Gabby. Scary. He never took a salary, yet the Vatican has the most gold in the world. They have a bunch of gold. And gold is rising right now. So if you have gold, guys, you're golden. You're golden. Have you guys heard about the Simpsons theory? About how the Simpsons can predict things that are going to happen in this world and why? Well, I got this video right here with all the Simpsons predictions so far of what's going on. So we'll go each one. So we're going to kind of talk about it because it's crazy how the Simpsons know about this. As soon as, if Coco finds that video on the children saying help from the Vatican, we'll go back with the Vatican. Eyes Wide Shut Films tried to whistleblow a lot of weird sacrifice things. Yeah, Tracy, for sure. I think I got it, guys. Hold on. I think I got the video. They have so much wealth and gold they can give each person enough money to live comfortable for life. Yes, Lala, you're right. You know, if the Vatican were to donate all that money, hunger will be gone for years. You're right. All right, guys. Well, I'll download this video. The Vatican even hides dead aliens. I heard about the Vatican's. Let's look at the Vatican. Hold on. Let's look at the Vatican. What I'm gonna get archives, right? Is it the archives that they hide? No, the secrets. Vatican secrets, which is part of the archives. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Now, I do watch Joe Rogan, the Joe Rogan Experience. He talks a little bit about the Vatican right here. Exactly PM. The Vatican is run by the Freemasons, the elite, and the Illuminati. The Vatican saves a lot of money by switching to Geico. Damn. So that's where my money's going, huh? Goddamn Geico. And goddamn Lizard. That freaking Lizard always gets me on the commercials. All right, let me switch this one and then we put this one. I had the Simpsons ready to go, but let's talk about Joe Rogan. Here we go. I gotta download this video.
On edibles.
That shit is dark.
I went there on edibles.
Did you?
Yeah.
That shit creeped me out,
Yeah.
dude. The
With-
whole
with
time
my
I was
whole
like,
family.
I don't like this at all. I just didn't like the fact that they were like, we have our own cops.
Well, no extradition.
We can do whatever we want.
They're basically a country.
They have their own
inside of a
bank.
city.
Yeah. Oh, their own rules, their own laws.
And there's a bunch of people in there that the people would like to try.
Yeah.
They would like to pull them out of there and try them.
Can't do it.
For crimes against humanity.
Protected. You saw that documentary about the little girl that went missing from the Vatican?
No.
No?
No.
I don't even know what it's called, Jamie. If the girl who went missing is what I think my instinct is saying, but
There was a girl that went missing, huh? Maybe that's part of the video that Coco sent me. Right? She sent me the video of the Vatican that you can hear somebody. Trying to find it. Trying to find it, guys, and then I'm gonna play it. Is it this one? I'm not saying Catholic people are evil. I'm talking directly about the Vatican practice of Satanism. Love Joe Rogan. Yes, I saw the doc on Netflix. She was 15. Did you really, Tracy? How did she disappear? Tell us. You tell us. And when the hell is this video? For some reason, it doesn't want me to find it. Let me look it up in a different way. Let me find a different way. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find this video that I got sent to me. If not, let me see if I can email it to me. Yeah, let me email it. Let's just do it because I think that's going to be easier. Because I can't find it. For some reason, I can't find it. And I can find videos pretty quick. What I'm going to do, I'm going to email it to me. Alright, guys, I'll just wait for it to come to my email. I'll send you another video of the Vatican having dark symbols. Alright, Coco, I'm going to look it up right now. Yeah, she was kidnapped as a blackmail because the Pope wouldn't give the mafia back millions of dirty money. Was that recently? Oh, you said it was in... What year was it? She was 15. The Vatican has always been a dark institution. Damn Google hiding the Vatican's truth. Lala, I'm not kidding, for reals. I usually find videos pretty quick. Let me see. Let me see if my email came through. Inbox. And there's another video that came in. Let me see. That's crazy. Because not even the email's coming through. Let's see. Okay, I think I got one video. I got one video right here. So the dog makes out. The Pope knew about. Wouldn't, and the reason it was the girl. Well, she lived in the Vatican City. Her dad worked in the Vatican Bank. Damn. PM, use a DuckDuckGo or Firefox to find it. I will, Lala. Because that thing is creepy, Lala. I cannot find it. The Pope Funko that you have, PM, is spying on you. What Pope? I don't even have a Pope Funko. Anyone interested in Ramirez, check out Concordia Cemetery and Dos Sotos Hotel in El Paso, where she spent time doing animal sacrifice and slept in that hotel. Is Mr. Dependable from El Paso? Is it Quiet Storm or a baby doll with a different name? Just curious. Because I'm going to look at Concordia. By the way, Google is name of a demon. Go figure. Damn, guys. This is just going to a big rabbit hole. Let's play this one while I find the video. Vatican, part 1. Here we go.
I'm from outer space. I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, make a move, start a waves. I've been breathing on a fire for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they wanna go inside. Artificially delegated away. I'm your future, past and present, I'm a fine line. Yeah, I'm a listening of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sing, I just flow. I don't need gravity, I don't need room. When I move, it's it up with a rumble. I won't ever, ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho. When I'm
That's me right now, guys. Watching all this Vatican stuff. I think I gotta buy me one of those masks next Friday. I'm gonna go like this. We're just going through we're going to a rabbit hole, guys. We're going to a rabbit hole. And now Mr. Independable talking about Concordia Cemetery. And we got Tracy talking about the kid, 15-year, the girl that got kidnapped. It's called Rabbit Holes. Let me play the next video. Oh, Vatican Part 2. Where is it? Here we go.
I'm from outer space. I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, make a move, start a waves. I've been breathing on a fire for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they wanna go inside. Artificially delegated away. I'm your future, past and present, I'm a fine line. Yeah, I'm a listening of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sing, I just flow. I don't need gravity, I don't need room. When I move, it's it up with a rumble. I won't ever, ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho. When I'm
I think I played that video already, but it's crazy. I have another video. Right. God means king. So know your God.
I'm from outer space. I got Milky Way blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, make a move, start a waves. I've been breathing on my fire for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they want a cold sign. I'm officially delegated away. I'm your future, past and present, I'm a spyline. Yeah, I'm a listening of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swivel things, I just flow. I don't need gravity, I don't need roll. When I move, it's in a quick rumble. I won't ever ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls, there we go. When I
There you go. Still trying to find that video. Back there. Let's see. I think I found it, guys. I think I found the video. My bad. It's right here. It's not the one that Coco sent me, but it's similar. Here we go.
Do you remember the viral video of that guy showing when the Pope opened the Holy Door and it appeared to, and it sounded like there was a child saying, "Help me"? I thought it was only a baby crying.
Haunting lament within the Vatican grottos.
Have you ever heard about this? I have. I used to live in Rome, and I actually went to the Vatican and the Vatican archives to the entrance and things because I used to be a journalist. So I got a little bit of extra access compared to the public. And there was common legend, common folklore of the ghosts of the Vatican in the catacombs. Believe it or not, you can actually really hear something. And of course, I had to go investigate. So let me tell you the story and what I experienced personally.
Vatican grottos, a network of chapels and tombs beneath St. Peter's Basilica, housing the remains of various popes and martyrs, have long been the site of eerie reports.
I was investigating what is commonly and famously known as the Vatican Girls story. This took place years and years ago. So I'd asked to have an interview with a bishop and a cardinal. The bishop accepted, and we decided to have our conversation down in the grottos, where there are all the tombs of the popes and everything. Also because it's really cool just to be there and see. There was a tomb of a known person that was in something called La Banda de la Mañana. This boss was buried at the Vatican, and I was asking, what did he do to earn his place to be buried here at the Vatican? Because you need to know that only popes and certain religious figures can be buried there, or you need to be a very important person that did some huge favor for them to allow this. And the entire time, I kept on hearing like voices, like laments. I thought it was just some old women, doing their lamentations as they do at funerals. Like in Italy, when there is a funeral, you'll see the car going by with a coffin, and then everybody behind it walking. And then there are women dressed in black with black veils that are lamenting the entire time. That's what it sounded like.
Visitors and clerics alike have recounted hearing a mournful melody that seems to echo through the marbled corridors. This lament, often described as haunting and melodic, is usually heard at dusk. The sound feels ancient and sorrowful, as if it emanates from the very walls that have stood witness to centuries of history. Despite numerous investigations, the source of this eerie sound remains unidentified. Some suggest it might be the unique acoustics of the architecture.
Let me be very clear. To me, in no way, sort, or form was it an acoustic. It was too human. I had no idea that what I was listening to wasn't real people. I thought it was like women lamenting. But then one of the people that worked there said, "Oh, don't mind the ghosts." And I'm like, what? The ghosts? Where are they? I'm all about that stuff. So we had a couple of jokes about it. And for them, even for the people working there, they consider these noises to be spirits. So now it brings me back to the day of the Pope opening the holy door at the Basilica of St. Peter. And you remember that video of that guy that went viral saying, "I swear I heard a kid yelling, 'Help me'"? I thought that it was just the baby crying. But now, what do you think? Is there a connection? What if what we heard wasn't a baby crying? It's part of this spirit world stuff. What do you think? Is there something in the grottos?
This unexplained phenomenon adds to the spiritual and mystical atmosphere of the Vatican, reinforcing the deep historical and religious significance of these sacred chambers. The Vatican is full of many mysteries and hidden secrets, with many still remaining shrouded in mystery to this day.
There's more to these stories than we've been told. So what if that viral video? What if that guy was right?
All right, guys. So Coco's telling me, Mr. Independent, it is someone who has interest in stories. Mr. Independent, if you want to tap in, there's a StreamYard. We would like to hear stories from you. Obviously, it's something new we're doing. So obviously, we're having someone like you and letting us know, like Coco, it'll be hella cool, you know. You and Coco are welcome to tap in, and let me know what kind of videos I need to play, and I'll play them. Yes. While you guys talk, Coco, I'll play this video that you sent me.
Do you remember the viral video?
Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on, guys. It is this one right here. This is the video that Coco sent me about the door, right? Where you can hear a little girl saying, "Help me." And, oh, Mr. Independence, I retired from the law enforcement. Salute to you, Mr. Independable. If you can join, that'll be great. You know, at least 5 minutes. I think you can hear somebody says, "Help me." Let me know if I'm wrong, but I think you can hear somebody says, "Help me." The thing I don't see nobody around the Pope either. I don't see no little kids or anything behind them. I'm sorry, how do I join the chat? Just click on this link, Mr. Independable. It will give you access to my StreamYard, and then I'll give you access. We would like to hear your stories, obviously. And then Coco can join too. And you guys can tell us what's going on in El Paso. Sorry about my hair. I think it's the Vatican's daycare. Damn, Willie. You're trying to scare people, man. We're not trying to be no damn babysitters tonight. I don't even see the Pope Funko. I don't even know the Pope has a Funko. We should look. Let's see. Pope Funko Pop. Oh, dude, I think there is one. No. There's not. I think these are AIs. Yeah, 3D print. 3D prints, all 3D prints. I might be able to print me one then. Stay tuned. Maybe next Friday I'll print my Pope. PM, I can click a stream out from the vertical stream. God, man. What is this vertical thing? Hold on. How the hell? Can you click on it now? Hold on. Let me do it again. Right there. That one should work. Funko Pop. I'm going to do it, Lala. Some of these pictures of the Funko Pop. Yeah, your StreamYard not on. Your StreamYard not on. What does that mean, Lala? Does it work now? People. Copy. Paste. Send me to the other live that's going on, PM. Oh my God, Willie. What does that mean? I don't even know how to play with this. Send them to the other live that's going on, PM. All right, hold on. Vertical does not let you hit the link. All right, how do I? So here's vertical. Let me end this vertical. All right, bear with me, guys. I'm trying to end this vertical thing. Only horizontal lets you go in directly into the links, huh? Hold on. Let me see how I'm doing this. Says need help. Yeah, I need help. Send this link to you guys, Sharon. You can send. Vertical. Vertical is what's messing me up. Yes, Coco, thank you. If you can click on that, that'll be great. Click on the other live, Mr. Independable. Right now, that's horizontal. Try it, Coco. See if it lets you. If not, I'm trying to see how in the hell do I end this. The next time I got to be careful. It says edit. Oh, hold on. What is this? It says landscape plus portrait. See, I want to edit this. It's not going to let me edit it, though. It's not letting me. Just don't ask the Pope for help because you'll end up in TikTok. Hell no. I'm not going to ask him for anything. You are live. I know I'm live. People, banners. How in the hell do I end this vertical thing? Okay, let's see. Camera, audio, recording, layout. Oh, there's Coco. See? What's going on, Coco?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Coco, loud and clear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to stick to horizontal for this type of stuff.
No, for reals. I don't even know what I got an update, and I don't even know what I did. So we're not going to that vertical thing. I'm trying to end that vertical thing. Hold on. How do you end it? I hope Mr. Independable can come in and join you.
Yes, I met Mr. Dependable on a TikTok channel where they talk about ghost stories, and every time he calls in to talk about something that he experienced or paranormal stuff, whatever, it's so interesting. He has so many stories because, like, you know, he also is retired from law enforcement. Like, I'm pretty sure he saw a lot and dealt with a lot. And I invited him on this channel.
Oh man, thanks for inviting him, Coco. I would love to hear his stories. I know this thing is trippy as hell today, but I don't even know. I'm trying to get this horizontal vertical thing gone, but I don't even know how to do it. Damn. I wonder how you end it. Oh, let me see. Maybe if I go to YouTube and end it there. Yeah, let me try that. Let me go to YouTube, my YouTube channel. Mr. Independable, you still in?
Mr. Dependable, if you can find the live right now, horizontal, and you'll be able to click the link on StreamYard.
Yes, sir. He said he is in. So he's on the phone version. I wonder if I can paste the thing on the phone right there. See if that works, Mr. Independable. So I went straight to my YouTube channel and put that link out there for you. There's that one. Oh, see? Yeah, it's crazy. So what can you tell us while we wait, Coco, about the whole Richard Ramirez stuff?
Oh, yeah, he would spend the night at the Concordia Cemetery when he was like 10 years old. And then his father was very abusive. So sometimes he would you know, run away and spend the night at the cemetery. And supposedly he would do his rituals there too.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah. And then yeah, and I did hear he also was the Soto Hotel. The one that's really haunted in downtown El Paso.
Right.
But I don't know what year though.
That's crazy. So Lala's saying the horizontal live is the first notification. So how do you get in, Coco?
Yeah, because you have two different lives at the same time right now.
Okay.
So it just shows on the notifications, and then I clicked on the horizontal one.
Okay. So Lala, so I see everybody now. So Lala, what do you say, Mr. Dependable has to go to the which channel? The horizontal one, right? He has to exit this channel. PM, you have 2 live stream on. Damn. How in the hell do I have 2 live streams on? So, oh my God, this StreamYard did an update today, right? It told me to do the update today. I did the update and it took me here, but now I can see it. I can see Get Ready, and it has a phone version. Then Spooky Friday Returns, Get Ready. So I can see it right here. I can see I'm doing 2 live streams right now. Go to PM first live notification. There you go, Mr. Dependable. Go to my first notification. So I'm going to release it again and go to my first one. Go to my first notification. Go to my first notification, and then I got the boss Gabby saying for me to end the live stream. Not the live stream, the horizontal or vertical, whatever it is.
Yeah, vertical's not good for like the links and
No.
StreamYard, because even when I'm modding on vertical streams, like the links don't come out blue. You know what I mean? So you can't
Right.
even click onto it.
Mr. Independent was gonna try it. Let me try it, he said. Let me try it. On the second live stream, it wasn't showing all the chat. We'll be interested to hear Mr. Independable. Is he from El Paso, Coco?
Well, I don't know if he's originally from here, but I know he's from here because like I said, on there's a channel on TikTok where we talk about ghost stories, and he does know El Paso pretty well with all the stories and everything. And
Nice.
and then he has very interesting stories. Even one he told about. I don't want to tell his stories. Like, I want him to say, because he has so many, and I was really like surprised with the story I heard from. He has a border story too. Very interesting. Like, yeah.
Wow. I don't know if you want to send him the link through TikTok. Let me see. PM's end the second live stream. How in the hell do you end it, Lala? How do you end a vertical? Does anybody know how to end a vertical? There's 2 lives. Yeah, Mr. Independable. Go to the other live, not the one that won't let you in. Go to the other one. And I'll make sure this thing
As
gets
you leave to StreamYard, if it's blue and it's horizontal, that's the one
horizontal.
you could click onto.
Stand by. He says stand by. There we go. Stand by, people. Stand by. Yeah, it's probably going to have to end the live stream, start again. Willie, it's crazy though, because like I said, when I came in, it said live stream has a new update. So I updated it. Right? I was like, oh, it's normal, nothing happens. And then I started seeing all this media like this stuff right here. I was like, what the hell is this? So it did like a bunch of update, and I must have, I don't know, click on it or something. See, like, look, Purple Mountains, Pumpkin Garden, Turkey and Pie. I'm like, what the hell is all this? So they're doing all this updates on StreamYard. Hello, is this it? Yeah, click on it. I'll drop it again. Try to see if you can get in. It's okay. You learn stuff as you go. I know, Lala. You guys know I am new to this stuff, and I don't even know how to work this.
We just need to stick to horizontal streams when it comes to like StreamYard.
Oh, we are. Yeah, we are for sure. Then I'll make sure whatever, because now I can see right here that it says when I plug in all my information on StreamYard, it says right here. What does it say right? Oh, it says right here, horizontal and vertical together. Try it, something new. I'm like, what the hell? So yeah, I'll make sure that thing is turned off next time. I didn't even see that was even on. Hey, you guys. What's up, Slot? Hopefully Mr. Independable can get in. Because I think he's on the right channel now. Because Lala said, yes, Mr. Independable. Lala's laughing. Lala's always laughing. Oh, there we go. Here's Mr. Independable, guys. Welcome in. Here we go. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Great. Wow, what a process to get in.
I am so sorry, man.
No, it's okay. I'm not the most gifted with technology either, so
yeah, me neither.
It's a process. But no, thank you for having me. And like I said, I've known Coco through the live stream on TikTok on another channel, and she's very familiar with everything in the Southwest, which is Texas, New Mexico, and I'm sure other parts. But everything that we've spoken about, we all correlate, and she confirmed a lot of stuff that I've said. And I'm glad that she's familiar with it, because other than that, people would probably think you were crazy, you know.
Right.
They don't get the fact that other people have encountered or have experienced or heard the similar stories. But I mean, I have a lot of stories. Coco will probably be hearing them again. I don't know exactly like what you want to hear exactly. I can go like into my law enforcement background, or I can go into like my family stories. So it just depends what you want to hear.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's
Any
start.
stories, DC, like that you have are so interesting. Even the one from the border story, what you said. Oh my God! Like every time you get on that other channel and say your story, I want to hear everything. Cause like
there we go.
You have some of the best stories, and I'm glad you're here. You know, like a lot of these people on PM's channel, I've known for a long time, from like Vegas channels or whatever. And PM and Gabby, they're a very nice couple, and they have their channel that I invited you to. So yeah,
yes,
so
thank you.
Whatever you want to share, like you have a lot of stories.
I don't know. I don't even know where to begin.
Are you originally from El Paso?
I was born in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Okay, okay.
And then at about 5 years old, we moved to El Paso.
Got it. Okay. And how long were
So-
you law enforcement for? How many years?
30 years.
Damn. All right. Were you border patrol? Were you more highway patrol?
I work for the Sheriff's Department.
Okay.
Yeah, El Paso County Sheriff's Department. Are we allowed to give locations and names here? I'm not sure.
It's
Because
up
TikTok
to you.
very
You
delicate.
can give whatever. Yeah, it's an open platform. It's just like if you want to, whatever you want to share information, whatever. It's up to you, right? So, like, if you don't want to share what department or anything like that, we get it. We're pretty open. All of these people, obviously, they're family, Coco, and everybody. So it's not. We're pretty open. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and tell us. Your one of the stories that you met. Coco wants to hear. I'm sure you had a lot of.
No, Coco's probably heard them. Well, she hasn't heard them all, but she's heard most of them. That's why I was asking. I don't know, Coco. Which one? What do you think?
You have so many stories. It doesn't matter if I heard them. Like these people on this channel haven't heard them. Like I'm
Okay.
really intrigued with the border story you have.
All right, let's go with that one. Let's start
Okay.
with
Okay. You're talking about the Russian guy? That one?
Yeah, that you guys found stuff about that person, the background and
Oh,
everything?
yes. Okay. So back in the early 2000s, we used to assist Border Patrol with something that was called Operation Hold the Line. So in the Southwest and the northern borders too, to Canada, it was called Operation Hold the Line. So we would assist Border Patrol because they were very short-handed at the time with their agents. So their agents were mostly stationary at the time. They wouldn't like move around the border or anything. So they would ask the local police departments, sheriff departments, the state troopers to help them patrol the area. So our job was pretty much to show up to the nearest Border Patrol station, gather their intelligence, gather all their equipment that they had, which was very high tech because it's all federal.
Right.
So you had night vision goggles, you had rifles, you had shotguns, you had they would give you like a lot of food, the ready to eat meals, water for people that were that you would encounter crossing over. So we would show up, we would get briefed, and then we would go to our section. And we were always partnered up. So this particular night, I don't remember the month exactly, but like I said, it was early 2000s, and it was raining, it was cold, and we were assigned to an area which is in the county, which is in the outskirts of El Paso. The town is called San Elizario.
Okay.
So across the border from that town, there's like another Mexican town by another name. It's all farming communities. They're all, of course, bordered by the Rio Grande. And so we were assigned to that area. And as we're driving around through our shift, we heard a call on our radio where a homeowner was calling 911 because she said that somebody was pounding and banging on her doors and her windows. So she freaked out and she called 911. So I told my partner, I said, you know what? I go, we're like close by, like less than 5 minutes. Let's go. So we drove to the location. We get there, and there's this gentleman that's standing outside by the door. And we get there, and I made contact with the gentleman. My partner made contact with the homeowner, and she's like, "Yes, I'm the one that called. You know, somebody was banging on the doors and everything, and freaking out." And you know, he kept asking for help. So I'm talking to this gentleman, and he was a very, very big, tall man.
Okay.
And I'm talking to him, and he has an accent, and I knew it wasn't like it wasn't Mexican. So I'm trying to find out where this guy's from, and I'm talking to him, and he was a huge guy, maybe about 6'6", maybe about 280, but fit. Like he wasn't obese or anything, just a very fit individual. And he was just saying that he had crossed over, he was cold, he was hungry, and I was trying to understand what he was saying because it was kind of broken English. And so as we're talking to him, I tell my partner, I said, "You know what?" I go, Border Patrol has a code for immigrants that cross over, and they're called OTMs, which is other than Mexican. So I tell my partner, I go, "Call Border Patrol, tell them that we have an OTM. I don't know where he's from, but he's definitely not Mexican." So he calls Border Patrol. They're like, "You know what? We're going to send a unit out there to pick him up." So I'm talking to the guy and everything, and he's like, "You know what?" He goes, "I'm cold. I'm hungry. I've been in the desert for, I don't know how many days." So we set him in our unit. I start giving him water. He starts eating his meals and everything. And I remember he kept saying this one word, and I didn't understand at the time. And he was saying Prizrek, which later on I come to find out means a ghost or an apparition in Russian. But at the time I didn't know what it meant. So he kept saying that, and I go, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, Prizrek." He kept saying it. So the Border Patrol agent shows up, gets him, puts him in his unit, and we kind of were talking about, how we encountered him and everything. And he's like, "You know what?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm going to take him back to the station. We're going to process him there, and we'll figure out, see where he's from and what he's talking about,
Mm-hmm.
So we finished our shift. At the end of the shift, we report back to the Border Patrol station, and we're turning in over all our items and everything to them. And I see the agent that picked up this individual, and I go, "Hey," "what's up with this guy, man? Like, who is he or what? Or like, where'd he come from?" He's like, "You know what? He's Russian. One of our agents here was able to have like a conversation with him. And, he learned all kinds of info from this guy." And I said, "Can we talk to that agent?" "I'm just curious to find out who this guy is or what." Nowadays it's more common, I guess, for Russians and people like that to come to the country. But back then it was kind of unheard of. So I was just curious. So I talked to the agent, and he starts telling me, he's like, "Yeah," he goes, "this guy, he's Russian. He got dropped off on the other side of the border. Kind of the wrong location where he was supposed to cross over. So he pretty much got dumped there and just started making his way across." And I tell him, I go, "He's talking about, he was saying a certain word." I go, "Prizrek, what does that mean?" We're like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh," he goes, "Yeah." He goes, he was saying that as he was crossing over to the U.S. before he got to the Rio, he was like in a little farming community. And in that area, he goes, there was a couple of like, goats, dogs, pigs. So he thought that there was people nearby that he could go ask for help. But he goes, he didn't find one. All he found was the animals. So as he kept walking, he heard somebody telling him, like, hey, who are you? Where are you going? What's your name? And he goes, he would look around, he goes, and he was expecting to see farmers or something, and he wouldn't see anything. All he would see was like a pig that was following him. So he kept walking, and the pig was walking behind him. He goes, and he kept hearing people asking him, or someone asking him, hey, who are you? What's your name? Where are you going? Well, right before he got to the Rio, he said he turned around because that voice just kept over and over asking him the same question. So he turns around, and he goes, that pig that was following me was standing up on two legs, and it was talking to me. So that's who had been talking to me the whole time. And it was asking me the same questions. He goes, I freaked out, and I started running towards the Rio. The whole time I'm running, the pig is running after me on two legs. And it's laughing. And I'm running and running and running. I jump into the Rio, get to the U.S. side. He goes, and that's where I ended up at the first house where I saw a light. That's where I went and started knocking on the doors and windows. Let me in, help, I need help. So the Russian, he knows English, he knows Spanish, he knows other languages. Wow. So he understood what the pig was asking him in Spanish. And he said that once he crossed over, that he turned around to look at on the other side of the Rio, and that the pig was just standing there laughing at him. So the agent, he goes, that's the story he told me. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I've heard that legend before, and it's either usually a pig, a dog, or like a goat that kind of manifests or turns itself into like maybe a skinwalker. I don't know.
Yeah, like a Nahual.
Yes.
Yes, that's what they call it. Nahual.
I told the agent, I go, yeah, I've heard that story before from my grandparents, because it's very common lore around here, around the Southwest,
right,
about that stuff. And so, anyways, like I said, the guy, he told him the story, whatever. And then the agent that I was talking to, he goes, well, it's not only that. He goes, check this out. So he starts showing me like this huge teletype that he got from his computer. He goes, we got this guy's name and we ran it. He goes, this guy is a hitman. He's an assassin for the Russian mob. He's wanted like in 6 or 7 countries around the world. And his job was to come into the U.S., go to Miami, assassinate a Jamaican drug dealer that owed money to the Russian mob. And then he was supposed to exit the U.S. and go back to Russia. But he goes, of course, everything got foiled because they dropped him off at the wrong location. So he pretty much got lost. Wow. So when you encountered him, he was just pretty much a defeated man. Hungry, cold, thirsty, everything. He goes, and it goes, oh, what are you guys going to do with him now? He's like, we're going to send him to the East Coast, and then Interpol is going to pick him up and then take him back to face the crimes that he's wanted on. And, we were like, what the hell? We never dealt with that before, and I think Coco mentioned it at one point. We were talking about that. And, I think anyone that's involved in that type of job, which, that was his job, pretty much to kill people. I guess eventually those ghosts from the past catch up to you at some point, because even like normal people like us, we're susceptible to paranoia, right? Or paranormal activity. You know, I can just imagine somebody in that type of field and that type line of work. They're more open to that activity because of their job, because of what they do. So I do believe that. You know, you bring in stuff, especially in that type of line of work, you know.
Right.
So I guess that was his encounter with Mexican lore. But it just pretty much, you know, we didn't know what to say. Like, we were just like, wow, what a story, you know, like, who would have ever thought, you know? But I'm sorry if I rambled on too much. I just wanted to pretty much get all the good stuff in there.
No, for sure. But you brought in a good point, right? Are you Mexican or?
Yes, I'm Hispanic.
Okay, I heard about Nahuales, right? Me personally, I hear it because where I live with my grandparents and my parents down in Mexico was in Monterrey, and then also in Tamaulipas, which is Matamoros, Bronzeville, McAllen, and all that. So they talk a lot about what is it, like Nahuales. They talk a lot about La Llorona. They talk a lot about different things that happen in the border. And one of the things you bring up, it's the pig. It's always a pig, a dog, or something small, you know, that there's people like skinwalkers. And in the 2000s, as you know, the border was really critical. It still is because of all the drug trafficking and all that stuff going on down in Mexico. So there was a lot of things going on in the borders. So my grandparents also told me, like, if you're going down the border, expect a lot of things because there's a lot of dangerous things and a lot of things going on over there. So you bring up a good point about if this guy, Russian guy, was a hitman for the Russian mafia, then who knows? You don't know what kind of things he was hearing or ghosts popping in and kind of, you know, in some way, what's the word I'm trying to find? Like, present themselves. So yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy story because you don't know what that guy was. What happened to him? Did he get released? Did he get deported? Or
like I said, all that I ever found out was that they flew him to the East Coast. I'm assuming New York, that area, where Interpol flew over and picked him up, and then flew him back to Europe.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess that's pretty much where he was sentenced, if anything. I couldn't tell you any more other than that.
Okay.
But I know he was not going to be released. I know that for sure.
Right.
You know, if you're wanted in 6-7 countries, there's no way you're going to
there's not
see the light of day anymore.
Right.
But where he ended up or what happened to him after that, I honestly don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. But I had told Coco, I go, I saw this guy. I mean, like I said, 6'6", about 280. He reminded me a lot of Ivan Drago from Rocky IV.
Yeah.
Like that type of stature, that type of build, like that. And I told her, I said, we're lucky that this guy was just so defeated, you know, that he didn't put up a fight. I go, because there was no way. I go, we would probably have to kill him.
Right.
If he was healthy and in his right state of mind, and I go, he would probably kill us, honestly.
Yeah, he would have done a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of damage.
Right.
So we were just fortunate that, by the grace of God, that this guy was just, you know, so tired and
he was defeated.
Just pretty much given up. You know, he had given up.
So, on one of your messages that you said, It says check encounter with La Llorona, Anthony, Texas, 2015. What is
Yes,
that
sir.
all about?
Okay, that one is it's a broadcast that was made with our dispatcher and a police officer from Anthony, Texas, PD. Do you want me to go into that one?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And so this was another night that me and my another partner were working close to Anthony. So there's Anthony, Texas, and then Anthony, New Mexico. So they border each other. In that area, also the Rio Grande runs through there. So, like I said, I've noticed that there's a lot of activity around water. I've always noticed that in my situations that I've been in.
Okay.
So anything around close to water, there's always a lot of activity. So in this case, me and my partner were drinking coffee at the Circle K, and we heard the Anthony Police Department officer calling out that he was by the railroad tracks, which is maybe about less than a mile from the Rio. And that he saw a lady that was walking by the road, like in a white gown or white dress, and that he could have sworn that he saw that she had blood on her dress.
Wow.
So right away, we start thinking like, okay, this lady was either assaulted or she was in an accident or something. And we got in our unit and we went to that area. And as we're going, he's calling out that, the lady, he's calling out to her and she's not responding. And that she goes around a building that's right there. So he exits his vehicle and he starts following her. But then he loses sight of her. He can't find her anymore. So that he's looking around to see if like there's any type of shoe impressions or foot impressions or anything. He can't find anything. And he says, like, behind this building, like, there's like a big wall or a fence. It's very high. He goes, like, there's no way that from the time that I got out to the time that she disappeared around the building, that she could have scaled that fence or wall. Like, there's no way. She just disappeared. So that call that he broadcasted was put out on social media, and then eventually it made it to one of the radio stations here. So they brought in the dispatcher that was working that night to interview her about that encounter with La Llorona. And she talks about it on there. It's about like 13 minutes long, but she talks about the call and everything. And they ask her, like, is this a common thing? Like, and she's like, yeah, we get calls, not every night, but we get calls about, people that see this and see that on highways and stuff like that. So naturally we have to send the officers, to respond and check out the area. But she goes, every time they get there, they never find anything. Like, there's never nothing there.
Yeah, and I see the video. Sorry.
It's on YouTube. It's not a video. It's
an audio.
Yes, it's an audio. Correct.
Yep. It's 13 minutes and 27 seconds. So I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna download this for next Friday. I'm gonna have it on video, and then maybe you can walk us through next week of all this stuff, because it does says woman with child in blood, officer account of the incidents, bloody woman in the area, and then Facebook page and officer's background. It talks about the police officer return and search for Monica, and then pilot reacting.
Yes,
to
Monica's the dispatcher.
And then pilots reacting to UFOs. I don't know what that is, but
Yeah, no, I don't know about that.
yeah, it
But
talks about
Monica
that.
is the dispatcher.
Okay, so
So
I'll
she's the one that's
download
being
this.
interviewed.
I'll have to download it because it's on YouTube. So I have to download it and then I'll play it next week for sure. Since you know the story behind that. And then also, I know El Paso, Juarez, New Mexico, and everything, they always have mysteries. You talk about Concordia, the Concordia, Richard
Oh, the
Ramirez.
cemetery.
Yeah, and Richard Ramirez. What do you know about Concordia Cemetery and the Soto Hotel, which we showed it in the past? That's the one that caught on fire, and there's actual pictures of what I think looks like Richard Ramirez on those flames.
Oh, the demon face in the flames?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you know about Richard Ramirez and Concordia Cemetery?
Well, I know that he lived close to the cemetery. I think he lived south of it, south of I-10. That's where he grew up. And as he was growing up, I mean, he got into like satanic stuff, rituals and all that. And he would go to Concordia and he would do his like animal sacrifices there. And he would also sleep there or spend the night there. I guess because at the time his father was being abusive to him. So he would rather than stay home, he would stay at the cemetery. But by this point, he was pretty much already developing that evil mind or evil thinking. And so he would stay there. And other than the people that were buried there, there was a lot of unalivings in that cemetery throughout the years. There was people getting unalived there. So, like I said, other than the people buried there, all the unalivings, I'm sure he wasn't the only one doing these, rituals there. So that area has a lot of history because of that. I've taken a tour there before. I've never seen or encountered anything, but like the tour guides will tell you, like, this is where so-and-so's buried. This is where this happened or that's happened. But like me personally, I've never experienced anything there.
Okay.
De Soto, the hotel, I think it was built like in the early 1900s, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And
I think it was
throughout the years,
1905.
huh?
I think it opened in 1905.
Yes, yeah, something like that. And well, with a building being built at that time up until now, I mean, all kinds of people obviously have stayed there. Some good people, I'm sure, a lot of shady people, a lot of activities gone on in there. A lot of people have died in there, whether it's, by someone else's hand or overdoses or suicides or natural causes. So as the years progressed, it was known as like a sleazy hotel. Because I think you pay like $20-something or something and you could spend the night there. It was just really sleazy. Like, it had the worst of the worst environment there. So from my understanding was Richard Ramirez would spend the night there, several nights, sleep there, and then I guess go somewhere else. But he did spend time there at the hotel.
Okay.
And like I said, I think it burned. I want to say it was 2022. It didn't burn down, but it pretty much was gutted from the inside because of the fire. So the building is still there. It's still standing there, but it's just all gutted out because of the fire. And I believe they're renovating it now.
Oh wow!
They're trying to make it into like a high class hotel, maybe.
Okay.
Yes,
but
they are.
with all that history there, I mean, it's not going to go away. You're still going to have to deal with whatever entities or whatever residue was left there.
Yeah. Were you gonna say something, Coco? Sorry.
Yes, they are renovating there. I did a live stream on my channel like a month ago. I was walking around downtown and talking about the haunted places, and yeah, they painted it, and you could see it on my live stream. They painted it and everything, and they're trying to reopen it again, and but even me being out there, I felt so much evil energy. It wasn't even funny. Like I felt it, because that place gave me the creeps even since a long time ago when before it burned, when it was still open and I would pass by for lunch or whatever. And it's like I still feel those bad vibes when I'm in front of that hotel and so much evil energy. And it's one of the buildings that makes me feel like that. Like I would pass by other buildings, I wouldn't feel like that. Only with the Soto Hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're not the only one, Coco. I've heard other people mention that before. That, just even walking by, there you feel like a very negative energy, like you're very uncomfortable just to be in that general area. Because of everything that's happened in there and what that place has become. I'm like I said, other than Richard Ramirez staying there, I'm sure there's been so many people with negative energy that have stayed there.
Right.
And
right.
it's built on and on and on and on over and over, and but that's one of the from my understanding, one of the few places that he stayed at right before he went to California and did what he did, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. And I'm sure it had a lot of bad energy, especially that hotel, So it's one of those things that obviously we want to investigate. I'm sure you have a lot of stories. I'm sure you have a lot of things. We do this every Friday whenever we can. So obviously I would like you to join me and tell me stories, share some of your stories with us as we go on.
DC also has or Mr. Dependable, I'm sorry. He also had a very interesting story about paranormal activity in the courthouse. I was like, wow. Like that's the first time I ever heard a paranormal story at the courthouse here in El Paso.
Okay.
I don't want to take up too much of your time. I don't know if there's other people waiting to tell stories.
Good.
Oh,
you're
okay.
good. You're good. Go ahead and tell us the story of the courthouse. I mean, we definitely want to hear something like that. I don't know if you're familiar, but I am building. I have a episode coming up, other than the Richard Ramirez episode and the Ed Gaines episode that's coming up. I also have a couple conspiracy theories that I bring up. One of them I want to share it before I forget. And I just got a message saying that for me to share it. So next week we'll be talking about the Chuck E. Cheese pizza theory, the Eyes Wide Shut parties, the Trump and Epstein emails, and then the Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo Wicked theory. I don't know if you're familiar with those, Coco. And then the other things we're going to be talking about is hold on, I'm trying to look for it right here. They're pretty much conspiracy theories. The Tom Hanks theory, and did the world end in 2012? So just to bring that up, we'll be releasing an episode about that. I'm sure you know the pizza stuff. Yeah, Lana. The Chuck E. Cheese theory about the pizza is that you never see a perfect circle pizza at Chuck E. Cheese. And it's crazy. It's a theory going around about Chuck E. Cheese pizza. And you have to wait on and see. It's pretty, to me, it's a mind-blowing. But go ahead, Mr. Independable. Tell us your story about the courthouse. Just wanted to bring that out before I forget. But yeah, go ahead.
No, of course. And with you mentioning the Eyes Wide Shut story, or the film, I do have a story on something very similar to that. Because those swinger clubs, of course, in the city, they're not allowed, but out in the county, it's a different story.
Right.
So I do have a story to share with you about that, but yes, we can get to that later when you bring that up.
Yeah, so next week we're working on that. They also told me, please share this with Mr. Independable. Let me see what I just get live messages on the back. One of them was, where'd it go? I just had it here a minute ago. I think I found it. One of them was right here. So something about the Charlie Kirk conspiracy. So I don't know. Some dudes just send that. We'll talk about all that stuff. I thought it was something else. They just said, please share that with them. I know that Charlie Kirk thing happened here in Utah, but I don't know, because I'm here in Utah right now. So
okay,
that's where I live stream, and then I'm in Vegas, so I'm between Utah and Vegas. So
nice.
That's where I'm at most of the time. But yeah, go ahead and tell us your story, and then definitely as soon as we hit that I shot conspiracy, then we can go ahead and talk more about your story on that.
You know what? Coco, I want to tell the story, and to you also, PM.
Yep.
This was the one, I know Coco knows this one. This was my father's story.
Okay.
Growing up in Las Cruces. And he lived in the outskirts, because there's little towns right outside of every major city.
Right.
So he grew up in a farming community. He grew up in Vado, New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a real small town.
The what? I'm sorry?
That's a real small town.
Yes. And, well, anyways, he must have been about 16 at the time. And he, because I went in this on a good note, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you the story instead. But yes, the courthouse one is also interesting. But growing up, of course, people that live in farms and stuff like that, you'll drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, smoke marijuana.
Right.
But after a while, that doesn't do it for you. So you're looking for a bigger high. So my dad and his friends, what they started doing was they started inhaling gasoline fumes from their parents' vehicles. So at that time, that was the thing to do for them, to get like a bigger high. So my dad started doing that, and he would he would put his face and cover it over the gasoline tank and inhale the fumes from the gasoline. And he goes, it would give me like a big rush, a big high. He goes, to the point, he goes, where like I would like levitate out of my body, and I would see myself doing it. He goes, and then once the high was over, like I would go back to my body, and that was it. So where he was raised, it was a farm, and of course behind the major house there was a barn, and there was a walkway leading to the house, from the house to the barn. I'm not sure if it was rock, concrete, brick, and like I said, there's a walkway. He goes, so I kept getting high. He goes, that would feel so good when I would do it, you know, like a big rush. I never felt like that before. He goes, but after about a month or so, he goes, off in the distance where the barn was, he goes, I started seeing like an individual there in that area. And the more I would focus on that individual, he goes, to me, he goes, looking at it, he goes, it looked like an older lady. And she was hunched over. She had her back to me. He goes, and she was wearing like those, you know, like Little House on the Prairie, the dresses that the ladies would wear.
Yeah.
With those bonnets.
Yeah.
Like that. He goes, and she would be walking backwards towards me, and she had a broom, and she was sweeping the area, and she was just kept walking back towards me. So I didn't think nothing of it, whatever, and I continued to get high. He goes, each time that I would get high, the lady would get closer and closer and closer to me. And the closer she would get, he goes, I felt like somebody was like literally just grabbing my intestines and just twisting around. He goes, like when you have like, when like, he goes, the best that I can describe it is like, he goes, when you're extremely hungry and, you know, your intestines just, you know, are making all kinds of noise because you're hungry. He goes, that's the best way I can describe it. He goes, so eventually, you know, a couple of weeks went by and the lady would get closer and closer and closer. He goes, till one day, he goes, I was out there and I was getting really high. He goes, and the lady was maybe 10 feet away from me at that point. And he goes, and my intestines were just gurgling, like twisting inside. He goes, and while I was high, he goes, this lady who I thought was like a hunchback at that point, stood up. And he goes, she was probably about 6 feet tall. He goes, and she turned around. He goes, and she had the face like of a Doberman or a Rottweiler. And she was just like snapping at me. Because I could see her teeth, her face, her grimace, everything. He goes, and I just see saliva just coming out of her mouth. He goes, and as I'm standing there, he goes, I'm just looking at all this going on. I came back, you know, to my body. And of course, he goes, I freaked out. And the lady disappeared. He goes, I never told that story to anyone. Growing up, I kept it to myself. He goes, years later, he goes, me and your mom get married. And we're living in that same area, another little town. He goes, I would have to go into Cruces to work. And then he goes, I would drive back. But he goes, I would get out like around maybe 10 o'clock at night or so, 9, 10 o'clock at night. So he goes, when I would drive back, he goes, I would see that lady on the side of the road. And sometimes he goes, that lady was sitting next to me in the passenger seat. And I would keep driving and she would be looking at me. He goes, at the corner of my eye, he goes, I could see who it was. He goes, but I would just ignore it and I would keep driving. And then I would just close my eyes and pray. He goes, and it would disappear. So he goes, like this point, he goes, I have never told anybody anything about this. He goes, so we would just one day, he goes, I get home and your mom's, she had made dinner and she was cleaning up the dishes and everything. And I'm sorry, one thing I forgot to mention, PM, was that when he would see this lady sweeping in the walkway, she would hum a little tune. Okay. He goes, so that it was like almost like a nursery rhyme.
Okay.
He goes, now fast forwarding to when he gets home to see my mom, he goes, I go in and your mom's washing the dishes and everything, and she's humming this little tune.
The same
and
one.
I'm listening to her, and it's the same tune that I would hear this lady hum. So I go in, put my things down, whatever, and I talk to your mom, and I'm like, how was your day? How's everything going? Whatever. And he goes, hey, let me ask you something. He goes, that song or tune you were humming, where did you hear it from? And she goes, earlier in the day. She goes, I was outside hanging clothes in a clothes hanger to dry. She goes, and off in the distance, there was this older lady. She was out there sweeping her porch with a broom. And she was humming that tune, and it stuck to me. So she goes, that's where I heard it. And then my dad goes, you know what? He goes, I told her, you know what? Come here, sit down. He goes, what you saw and what you heard? He goes, it wasn't an old lady. And she's like, what do you mean? She goes, I saw her, and she's like, oh, that wasn't an old lady. And she goes, what was it? Dice, era el diablo. And she's like, what? And she's like, what are you talking about? She's like, no, dice, era el diablo. It was the devil.
Yeah, it was the
He
devil.
goes, and that's the first time, he goes, that I told your mother my story about me getting high at 16. And she goes, your mother freaked out and she refused to go outside to hang clothes. And he goes, so I had to make like a makeshift clothesline inside the house because she refused to go outside after that.
That's crazy. That's a crazy story. That's a crazy story for sure, because like you said, it's El Diablo 100%. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. But right, like I said, where my dad grew up, his house, that area, there was a lot of activity. Like I said, that's just one story, but there was a lot of activity right there in that area.
Right.
That he encountered. I never experienced anything there. I would stay there overnight, and as when I was younger, I never experienced anything, but I would hear the stories like from my cousins, my aunt, uncles that lived there and stayed there longer.
Okay.
But like I said, another stories for another time. But I just want to end it like on a good note or a scary note.
For sure. Hopefully you can join us next live stream. We go live, and you can tell us what more stories like this. Like I said, I'll be releasing a couple of conspiracy theories. So definitely it'll be good to have you if you know of anything. I also have a video clip that I'm working on, an audio from what was it, like 2-3 weeks ago. They said there was a a crash in Area 51 that a lot of people are not talking about. So that happened 2-3 weeks ago at Area 51. There is audio and there is video of what went on that day. So definitely we'll bring those up.
Okay. No, well, sounds great. And like I said, I'll be happy to join you at any time. And
for sure,
I want to thank you for allowing me into your platform. And Coco, thank you for recommending me. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. I appreciate you being here and, you know, being a part of this channel and sharing your stories. Like, I really appreciate it. Like, you have so many interesting stories. And then the fact that you're from El Paso and, you know, we know, like, I know some stuff, paranormal stuff around here, but like, you have so many stories. Like, it's like, wow, you know?
I know people tell me, like, you know what, you should write a book about it. And I'm like, it would never end. I go, there's so many, you know. But no, thank you. Thank you for having me. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to take up too much of your time.
No, you're good. You're good. We're gonna next Friday we'll go live early so that way you can join us. I don't know if you join my Instagram. But if you have an Instagram, let me know what your Instagram is so I can follow you, or your TikTok. And then maybe
what are you under on Instagram?
Let me just PM is a PM dot let me see. PM Martinez.
Okay.
So I dropped it right there. I don't know if you can see it on your
Okay, great. Yes. I will definitely send you my IG on that too.
For sure. Do you have anything else, Coco?
No, I'm just, you know, I'm glad he, Mr. Dependable joined us. And like I said, I had met him on a TikTok channel where they told ghost stories. And, every time he goes and tells a story, like, I want to hear everything because his stories are so interesting and, you know, they're real, you know, like, you just, like, he's experienced. I'm pretty sure you experience a lot of stuff too through law enforcement, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say. Well, yeah, like possessions, stuff like that.
Yeah, and then you dealt with a lot of different people too.
Oh yes, definitely. All walks of life.
So, Willie dropped my link to my Instagram, Mr. Independable. So there it is.
Okay, thank you very much.
But yeah, I mean, I'll get everything ready for next week. I know it'll be a day after Thanksgiving, so we have to figure out what we're gonna do.
Right.
Since it's gonna be a day after Thanksgiving, I know Black Friday will be going on and a lot of things. So I'll talk to Coco and obviously I'll talk to you. And if everybody's available, then we'll do a special after Thanksgiving episode, and then I'll bring those conspiracy theories. And then I'll probably gonna drop a video during the week. I'll probably do the Richard Ramirez video. I'll drop it on my channel so you guys can watch it. And then yeah, go from there.
No, sounds good.
Cool, dude. All right, Mr. Independable. You good, Coco?
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks for Pizzagate. Lala says law enforcement see a lot of crazy things. I know, Lala. So next week we'll bring the episode to Mr. Independable so he can tell us all his stories, and then that way we can give him space so he can tell his stories. Once again, guys, I don't know where I'll be for Thanksgiving. I'll have to regroup with Gabby and find out where we're gonna be, and then obviously we'll find out what we're gonna do for Thanksgiving. But if it's not Tahoe, it'll be maybe Vegas. We'll see. We'll see where we spend Thanksgiving. We just came obviously from California, so this is like my first weekend at home because I do travel a lot, Mr. Independence, because of work and stuff like that. So I only do YouTube for fun and part time. So, but I have my work, and I travel a lot, so I'm never home. But I am going to El Paso. That's another thing I forgot. I will be in El Paso next month. I don't know what day, but I'll be there next month. And then from there, I'll be in Texas, Virginia, and then I'll be probably hitting New York. So those are my next destinations in a couple of weeks. But yeah, Mr. Dependable. And obviously, it was nice having you here. We want to have you here. Coco, we have another person. Her name is Baby Doll. She's sick right now. She's from El Paso, too. She has a lot of stories. And then, obviously, about Ciudad Juarez. They have stories about that, too. We have, obviously, Willie. He's from El Paso, too. He knows a lot of stories that he has shared with me. So we have a lot of people from El Paso, a lot of people from the border. They brought up a lot of things that I was not familiar with. But yeah, I'm glad you were able to share with us all this. I don't know, Coco, what else do you think next week? We'll be in touch, you and I, Coco, and then we can get all this set up. If people are available next week, we'll do it. If not, we'll probably do it, I don't know, Saturday. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see when we'll go live. But for sure, wherever we end up for Thanksgiving, you guys will find out on my next live stream when I go IRL. Coco, if you want to drop your or just send me your channel too, Coco, so I can start promoting that for you. I don't have a problem promoting your channel, Coco. Do you have a TikTok channel, Mr. Dependable, or YouTube channel? You still there?
Mr. Dependable, are you still here?
Maybe you log out.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Yes, it's DC4L.
What was it?
DC4L.
The number 4?
Yes.
And then
the letter L.
Okay.
That's TikTok.
That's TikTok. All right, I'm gonna look for you right now, and then I'm gonna start sharing you guys' his channel, even on my live streams. 4L. Let me look for it real quick. Is it the one with the Santa Claus?
No, it's the one with the Dallas Cowboy.
Dallas Cowboy.
Micah Parsons, number 11.
I got Cowboy 4K. Is that it? No.
No.
Let me see. Number 11. My channel is on YouTube is Southwest Coco. Yeah. Number 11. I'm trying to find it real quick so I can add you on TikTok right now.
Or if you just want to send me your TikTok, and then I'll go off the link off of that.
Yeah, for sure. My TikTok, you can find us as Traveling Gabby and PM. So are you able to see my live stream? Let me see. It's kind of like that. Oh, maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. Let's see.
Yes.
Man, it says just I should write it down. I'll put it on my comments right now. Traveling Traveling Gabby and PM, kind of like that.
Okay.
So that's our TikTok. Traveling Gabby and instead of the, it's just the letter N, PM. And then Coco's channel's right there, Southwest Coco Stina. That's her YouTube channel. But yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'll send you an invite. That way, because there's going to be several DC4Ls.
I know, I can see a lot of them. But
once I send it to you, you'll know it's me.
For sure. All right, Coco, Mr. Dependable. You guys have a good night. Obviously, I'll talk to you, Coco, later today or tomorrow. Later today. Because it's already 12:48 over here. And then we'll talk about the next episode.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it's the same time here in El Paso, 12:48.
Oh, okay. So it's not that bad then.
We're in Mountain Time.
Okay, you guys are Mountain Time. I thought you guys were at a later time.
No, I think we're the only major city in Texas that has the same time zone as you. Everyone else is an hour ahead.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy because I know Texas, like Houston. I was in Houston last week, and I was an hour ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Willie, have a good night, Willie. I know you have to work. Thank you for sticking with me. I know you have to go to sleep. So I'll talk to you tomorrow, Willie. You guys are an hour ahead. Oh, you guys are an hour ahead. Yeah, Lala, Utah, and we're an hour ahead. And I guess El Paso, too. We are 11:47 p.m. I know Vegas, it's 1 hour behind. So that's shabby.
Vegas, California, it would be 11:40.
Yeah, 49
over there.
Yep, 48 for now. All right, guys. Well, have a good night, guys. I'll see you guys in the next stream. And yeah, guys, thank you for joining me, Mr. Independable. Thank you for joining me, Coco.
Yeah, thank you too for having us. Yeah, Mr. Dependable. Like, hopefully I get to see you more often on this channel, and you have so many great stories. It's like I appreciate it.
No, yes, thank you guys so much for inviting me, and I want to wish you and your families happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yes, you too.
Take care of yourselves and everything, and we'll get back to this later in the week.
For sure we are, and I'll be ready with a couple episodes that I think you'll know about, especially in El Paso,
Mm-hmm.
So for sure.
Of course.
All right, guys. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.
All right. Good night, everyone. God bless you all. Good night.
Too.